Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Drawn and Quartered Ultimate Edition. And today we are doing cryptids, a very cool, interesting topic to get onto. I'm actually happy we're doing it. So welcome everybody, and I do hope everyone will do a draw along today. This is the perfect day to do it. Why don't you show us the cryptid from your local vicinity? Let's stick to zip codes. But other than that, I do want to say hello to all the artists and say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for
Thank
coming in
you.
today to do cryptids. Hopefully, you guys will do a good job, and I won't have to criticize you.
I wonder if I should draw Florida Man.
Yeah, no, that would be good. That's a cryptid for damn sure. I do want to bring this up real quick and just take a second with the cryptid thing because I did find some stuff we can look at here. So I'll go ahead and share this so you guys can take a look. Let me bring it up here. Here we go. Okay, of course, this is the most famous cryptid in the world, and his
Harry.
name is Harry. This is once again a John Lithgow movie, and anything he touches is gold. Remember that. Okay. Of course, big feets or Sasquatches or Yetis or skunk apes or whatever you call them in your region, they are all over the world. They're quite universal, So, maybe. And of course, what is a cryptid? A cryptid is a weird little collection of a word because it's clearly coming from the word crypta, from the Latin, meaning cave or like a vault or an underground something, right? But where they came up with to apply that to, mysteriously, possibly real or not creatures, I don't know. But nevertheless, of course, speaking of now, this is not a new thing. It's been around forever, including things like the Great Kraken or the lindworms of Scandinavia, et cetera, et cetera. It's the mix of mythology with, potential. So this is not a new concept, but there are lists of them, which I thought was interesting. It's a great chart for reference. The owl is terrifying. I know that.
Mothman.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I don't. That's not a moth. That's an owl.
But there is
I am
Mothman.
so scared. I am so there for this. I love these cryptids so much.
Yeah.
Chupacabra.
Of course, the giant octopus is not a cryptid anymore.
Yeah, but it used to be though.
It used to be,
The
yes.
giant
It
squid
used
used to actually be a cryptid.
It's true.
There was a rabbit snail.
There was. I saw that. They got the chupacabras, you got the jackalopes. That was a big one when I was a kid. Of course, the sea serpent we know now is probably just an oarfish. But yeah, I know the snail there. That's like a rabid jackalope snail. That's like that's not right at all, dude. That's not right. There are many things to choose from. You know what I found? I found the cryptid wiki. And it has a list, and in this list they have actual ones that are not only former, meaning no longer cryptids, real, found, but they also have lists of what was a hoax. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I look at that, but most of them are like lizards and like, you know what I mean, like weird. Just basically a lot of them are the same kind of thing.
Yeah, you got to find the spooky ones.
Yeah, the spooky.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know what Kraken was. I mean, I'm going to just change
Jersey Devil.
Kraken slash Cthulhu.
Well,
so there we go.
Keep in mind, if you go back to the Greeks and you go to their daemons, which is where the word demon comes from, but daemon is similar to the Japanese word yokai or yokai henge, which Matt Damon's definitely a cryptid.
Matt Damon.
But anyway, all those things were thought to be real at the time, right? So they are cryptids by definition.
Yokai's counted as cryptids then.
Yeah, well, Matt Damon is magical. We all know this.
Yeah, but that's not what I asked. I said, yokais, could they be classed as cryptids? But
sure.
They're the Japanese.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
So many more opportunities. I don't know what to do now.
I guess in modern time they have kind of milked it down to this list. This is the official cryptid wiki, by the way. Fandom. So This is the official real truth life list right here. Let's pick one randomly, which I can't pronounce. Sweep squatch. Sheep squatch. There we go.
Sheep squatch.
A
Oh,
sheep.
Oh my god.
That is a
You kill it
Oh.
with mint sauce.
Huh.
I'm guessing.
right. Now,
I'm
see, in
guessing.
this, they're referencing the concept that this is basically coming out of the Seder, right?
He looks like a bad apple.
Right. That was really good. It was really good. But
That
no,
was very
seriously.
good.
So today they're calling it a sheep a squatch, but the Greeks would have called it a Seder or something
Okay, I
similar,
get you.
right? So I mean, yeah. Oh, here's a Scandinavian one. I did another one I can't pronounce. Skeljaskirimisilili. That was close. I was on that.
Yeah.
I was on that. All right. Well,
Oh,
that's an armadillo.
Look at him
Yeah.
with a very sad face.
Yeah.
Aw.
He's a very
He or-
sad
Or
armadillo.
armadillo.
A bunch of drunk Norwegians are traveling Texas, and next thing you know, we got a cryptid on our hands.
Well, the interesting thing about that in ancient time, particularly, because they had a lot more than we do now.
Hey, Sven, you see that? He looks like a cryptid there, Sven.
Yeah. Wow. You really went in many directions there. But you had trade coming in from Asia, the subcontinent. You had stuff coming out of Southern Africa. And of course, you had a lot of stuff that was going on in the Americas too, right? So if you got ships coming back and people bringing back exotic animals and stuff like that, it would create stories. The story of the unicorn itself is very interesting because long time ago there was an Egyptian king or a Cometian king, and it wasn't China at that time, but a Chinese king, and they came together for a meeting and they exchanged gifts. The Chinese guy gave him a wardrobe made out of jade. Wow, that'd be nice, right? And the Egyptian gave him a set of giraffes. Now, this is, that's interesting. I've never seen this handled before. So they sent it back to China. They tried to set it up, but they didn't live very long. They didn't know how to take care of them properly, and they died. But a few people in the city at that time, which was somewhere near Shanghai,
They
had
keep throwing
seen them.
food up at it, trying to get it to eat.
Maybe, but they died, right? But some people had seen them, and of course they started telling other people about what they had seen, and over centuries and centuries and centuries, it became the cryptid, which here in Asia is called a kirin, right? And then when
Oh, yeah.
when
Okay.
the Silk Road opened back up with the Romans, right? Those, of course, stories and ideas travel across it, and it came back to the West. And people were like, "Oh, it's like this one-horned horse-looking thing. Oh, that's interesting." And so they just named it after what they had in their world, which was a unicorn, one horn, which is unicorn and bicorn. It was what they called rhinoceros in the Roman time. And of course, the story of unicorn flowered more and more and became this European concept that we have of the unicorn. So, there's an example, real life example of a giraffe becoming a unicorn.
You're right, Eric. He does know a lot about it.
I knew he would.
Shut up! All right.
Oh, you liked it.
Gosh, then, the unicorn there can be found in the Bible, then,
Mhm.
Is a
Oh,
purple
there's one
people
that
eater
there's
a
one that
cryptid?
that Rabbit should know. The hellhounds, because that comes from that weird forest in England.
Oh,
The
is it
hellhounds,
weird?
yeah, there's hellhound. Oh, there's a lot of weird forests. I don't know. There isn't many.
Sherwood Forest?
Is there only
No.
one weird forest in England? I thought they were.
I don't know. It's like a famous haunted
the
forest
Black
made of like a
Forest.
bunch of rocks and mossy trees. and
Oh,
it's really
Sherwood. Thank you.
Basketville.
That's on a moor. Shut up.
That is the moor. It's Bodmin Moor. Yeah.
Chester went from 0 to Cliff Clavin in like 3 seconds.
Thank you very much, sir. I try.
I like how on this list of cryptids down in G you have ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like,
Yeah,
can I just do a Sadako from The Ring? That's a cryptid.
It can't be a cryptid. I saw that band just the other day.
Mhm.
yeah.
Hey, you want to have an
Wah, wah.
obscure Cliff Clavin sighting there, Jeff?
Where?
Clint Eastwood's very underrated movie Firefox.
Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I was on a live stream with Pete McMovies, and that was one of the movies that we did commentary on. Was Firefox.
that's a great little movie, and he plays like a sub lieutenant or
Yeah.
something like that on the submarine. But
Well, there's a few. There's a few of them. I think military ones. There's a few of them with Ratzenberger in them that I've
yeah,
seen.
yeah. Well,
Empire
you know,
Strikes Back.
but that's true. But the interesting one with the Firefox is there's a second and a half of the Cliff Clavin accent in it, though. It's awesome. It's awesome. But anyway, that has nothing to do with cryptids. So I think I've introduced the concept very well. Everyone, please go over and share. So we can get a lot of people in here to have fun. Keep in mind, draw along, drop it in the Discord in the draw along tab, or go over to Twitter, put on hashtag DNQFE. But we got to get started. So let's see here. I'm going to pick a random person who I think is just awesome. Let's go with the high schooler, the line block. Could you do a countdown for me, please?
Oh, I would love to. That's what an honor.
Okay.
Okay, right here we go.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go!
Gesundheit. Very good. Very good. That's actually better than most, to be honest with you. It's better than most.
I thought so. I listen when I'm not on, so like I kind of gauge, what's an entertaining countdown. So.
Oh, good. I'm glad you took some time to give the respect where it's due. Are you? I just have a question though. Are you Andrew's older brother?
Yes, by 8 minutes.
There you go. That makes sense.
Wins.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Okay. But anyway, so we're doing cryptids. Let's see what these guys get into. It should be fun. Now, Jeff, you're a man of the world.
Relatively speaking.
Well, you live in it. So tell me, sir.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you're an older person, and you write things.
How dare you?
Yeah, quite good, what I hear. So, congratulations on that. Therefore, you must be knowledgeable of the mythical and unknown.
Some.
Okay.
Actually, what I have done is I've started looking at. I mean, everybody does, griffins and goblins and all that other stuff. So I've started looking at other areas, and my next book features a legend that was taken from Africa, which is one of those regions that's very little stuff is done like the Greek myths and all that other stuff. So I took it from Africa.
Is it the poppycock?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're just gonna have to read the book. I'm not giving it away.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
Spoilers for you.
But Eric Hawkins has Eric Hawkins has drawn a bookmark for me that is a clue to the creature. So
Ooh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Does Eric not even know?
no, Eric doesn't know. I'm the only one who knows, and my lips are sealed.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
You had him draw it, and he didn't know he was drawing. That's pretty genius.
That was sexy Jeff time, Andrew.
Yeah.
That was sexy Jeff. His lips are sealed.
My lips are sealed.
But anyway, of course, there are many, many, many cryptids, Jeff. So what we need to do is kind of discern what these people are doing. Let's see if we can tell from their art.
Hopefully.
Eric, by the way, you're not displaying. You should drop out and come back in, dude.
I figured that.
So let me see here. We'll start over here, Andrew, because he's an A, an AN, or AF in this situation. Jeff, I'm going to guess he's drawing a pterodactyl.
No.
Pterodactyl.
Actually, pterodactyl technically isn't a cryptid.
What's wrong with
not
you?
now? Well, now it's not. It's a former cryptid.
It's got horns.
Yeah.
And I know what it is. I'll bet no. Well,
Wendigo, maybe.
Wendigo, maybe.
Wendigo, maybe. It's like it's a Wendigo.
So he's
Dude.
not. So he's not.
Wendigos have
feet
antlers.
then. Yeah, they have antlers, and they have no feet.
Their feet.
No, they don't. Sorry.
It didn't exist,
I mean,
so it doesn't matter.
Chester, I don't know if you know this, but a Wendigo doesn't exist, so I can kind of draw it how I want.
We're talking about cryptids. We shall respect the science.
You sound like Fauci.
Right, thank you. But you know the interesting thing about ghosts or apparition type of creatures around the world, a very common thing we don't see in movies a lot is that they're often perceived to not have feet. Right, the ghost is
I've heard that
yeah.
a few of them like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because, but then you have another thing that you would think would be classified as an apparition, like a ghoul, right?
Yeah.
But a ghoul is all feet and claw, right?
Yeah. Well, I think ghoul comes out of like the Arabian
Egyptians.
Peninsula.
It does. That is true.
Egyptians. Or
As
maybe
Eric
you're
is
right.
correct.
Maybe,
I know quite a bit about cryptids.
There you
I
go.
actually. Oh yeah, you're right. I learned about that from the Yu-Gi-Oh manga.
Oh my God. We're quoting Yu-Gi-Oh now.
There you-
My life has come to an end.
Or it's complete. I mean,
Yeah, maybe. Either way.
Mm.
All right, so we got a Wendigo going on here. Cool. It's not right, but cool. All right. Let's go over here. Amron, he's got color. And we got a shape. Look at how quick he's coming in with that. Look at that, Jeff. Look at it.
Armor on.
Hang on,
What are
I'm
you
on
talking
honey.
about?
I can't see armor on.
Who the
No,
hell
I'm
are you
not
talking
looking at
about?
Amron. I'm looking at Amy. Shut up.
Oh,
I'm not
well,
showing yet.
there's
I'm eating my
there's a
lunch.
bunch of colors there. I'm gonna go with unicorn, but I don't know.
Yeah,
'Cause,
she
you know,
should. She should. do
Unicorns
unicorn.
fart rainbows.
You know what she should do? She should do a unicorn with usually they only are attracted by virginal maidens, but this time it should be the Vestal Chester.
Got it.
At least someone laughed. At least
You'd
one
have to
person
scan-
got it.
You're gonna have to scan your face and post it on in the reference.
On OnlyFans.
I've
Chester,
fire up the printer and flip up the scanner.
Yes. Just press my face to it. Yeah.
Fire up your
What was that,
sit on-
Rosa?
That sounds like a song somebody ought to make. Fire up your scanner, sit on the printer, make your face. Something in the center.
Oh
There you
God, commercials. God, damn jingles. All right.
go. Jingles. I can do jingles all day long.
She's
No.
going Nessie. She's going full Nessie.
I saw it. Yeah, full Nessie.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed.
I'll try a unicorn and test writing it.
Yeah, but
Although,
no, the more important cryptid would be the Vestal Chester.
I don't know what that looks like.
Well, I showed you a picture of me last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll see if I can.
He can always have Vestal Chester riding Nessie.
That's
Oh.
right. You could do that. I have ridden many things here over the years. Amron, what are you eating?
I'm eating Subway.
Yeah, a Subway. I thought you'd go
Yeah.
get some kind of Outback, bush meat or some kind. I mean,
Well, it's sliced crocodile.
A
Oh.
bloomin' onion.
It is a steak melt, because who knows what it could be.
We've been waiting.
it's a tuna melt.
And a
I hope it's
Foster's.
tuna.
Steak.
Fastest.
Steak. Putting your ears out.
Oh wow. Yeah, actually, when I go
Steak
to
melt. So it
Subway,
could be crocodile. It could be kangaroo. Who knows?
that's
Rude.
fair. That is fair. Well, when I go to Subway, which is rare, but when I go, all I ever do get is tuna.
Why?
Because it's
boring.
good. Tuna with
Man.
extra mayonnaise, double vegetables, and sesame bread.
That doesn't.
Normal.
Sesame bread. I don't think they've got that here.
Oh.
You're boring.
Boring, sir. I am
Quiznos had a better tuna.
connoisseur. He called me boring, Andrew. How dare he?
I heard.
Mm.
Don't you know the exciting trait of philology?
That's right. Excitement. And I'm actually I'm underwater right now, dude. They gave me like triple what I normally got for this quarter. I think some people are taking Christmas vacation. The bastards.
Oh.
Seriously, I got like 150 things I got to get done by the end of December, dude.
People
God.
taking vacation in Japan? That's unheard
No,
of.
they're not. I'm probably the only member of the Sumerian Project in Japan, dude.
Wow.
Wow, that sucks.
Well, no, I mean there's only a few hundred of us, so you know.
You are the
That's what I meant.
only
Well-
Chester can say stuff like that.
Well, no, there's several hundred other people.
Mhm.
Although
Hmm.
the good thing, I was kind of going through the list, looking at it
Uh-huh.
because I usually get receipts in like court cases and things like that. But I had a couple of other potentially interesting looking things in there. I have 3 poems.
Ooh.
Yes. Those are difficult though.
Yeah.
And
Especially when they're love poems to you.
Yeah, right. From 6,000 years ago.
I can see
right?
Chester translating it. Roses are red.
Red, yeah,
Violets are
Purple.
purple.
Purple,
But
really?
no, because there's a lot of metaphor in poetry, and that's hard. Metaphor
Okay, do they
sucks.
actually mean
Huh?
Yeah. Do they actually mean this or do they mean something else? And
Right,
then do you ever
right.
translate the poetry into like a modern poetic verse? Or do you just try to translate poetry as literally as possible?
No, I don't. I try to do it correctly, but and I do have proper like metaphoric reference booking. The first thing I have to understand is where is it from? Because is it Akkadian? Is it Assyrian? Is it Babylonian? We don't have reference books for Sumerian, so they don't get any love. But you know,
Take
Uh,
that,
Tell me about
Sumerians.
it.
because they're culturally different, right? And it's all guesses anyway. So you know, who knows?
True. Everyone's doing their best.
Yes, yes,
Chester.
but
Do the
it is.
Sumerians
What was that?
do the Sumerians write a lot of poetry?
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
Oh.
Compared to the Cimmerians, which are Conan, which is different.
That would be spelled with a C. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, the bulk of what we have is Assyrian anyway. You know, we got we there's a lots of Assyrian shit, particularly that giant library of Ashurbanipal that was dug up, and a whole bunch of other ones. And actually, oh good, I'm going to stop myself, Eric. I stopped.
No, no,
See?
no,
No,
no.
go ahead.
No,
Do it.
okay.
You-
Everybody seems so interested, so go ahead.
Well, no, because you know, there's a theory. Because let me ask you guys a question, right?
Okay.
Every time you watch any kind of archaeological documentary, which I know you do on a monthly basis,
Sure.
anytime you watch it, what are they always doing?
Running away
Digging.
from
Sure. Dig,
Well,
dig, dig.
They're digging in the ground. Why?
Or
Okay.
opening 2,000-year-old sarcophagi.
Well, yeah, but why are they digging in the ground? I mean, if it was something built underground, like the Valley of the Kings, which is intentionally built underground, but if it's just like a surface city, why are they digging in the ground at all?
Because it's covered in dirt.
That's right, but why?
Atlantis, dude.
No, it's not.
That's-
I'm not talking about that at all. But no, they're digging in the dirt because it's underground. But why is it? It shouldn't be. If you go look at the acclimation of dirt from dust flowing in the wind that is added to your surface every year, it is minuscule. So they shouldn't be underground, but they're all like 2-3 meters underground, right?
Is it because people used to bury their garbage?
No, part of that you do get some of that, but no, what it's coming from, and it's actually because there's theory, a big theory has been going around for decades, but and I think these libraries prove it, because when we get big giant volcanoes pop off, which we just had one a few hundred years ago in Indonesia, they will drop sometimes just regionally, other times globally. Just ridiculous amounts of mud rain will come down, and it actually can bury a city. Right now, it doesn't kill lots of people because they can, it's raining. They can literally just move along, right? Which they do, and because you find these libraries, and
Tell that the Pompeii.
that's not the same thing. That was a pyroclastic flow. But and of course, no one ever talks about Heliopolis, do they, Rosa? Do they?
No, they don't actually. And the one that actually went off down the out in the Crete in Crete, the volcano down there that just totally wiped out everything.
Santorini,
Yeah,
that was a
Santorini.
big one, yeah.
Yeah, and
But
so you're talking even in that radius, how much ash would have been dumped
yeah,
is just
it's crazy, right? But here's the reason why I think the libraries prove it, because we find these these ruins underground in these libraries, but the vast majority of these clay tablets are undamaged. They're perfect, just like when they were put on the shelf, right?
Wow.
Because these buildings didn't get racked by earthquakes or destroyed by this thing, by war, or pillaging and all that kind of stuff. They were simply just buried, and that's why they're all intact. And these clay tablets, I think, are really good proof of that, showing the power of volcanic fallout.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, wow.
Well, it makes sense. God said he was
does.
going to end the world with fire.
Okay. Wow, we went there.
Yes,
Which
we
god,
did.
JD?
Jehovah.
One.
Number one.
That one.
He did.
Yep.
The dragon.
What?
Uh-oh.
The dragon. Revelations.
No, if you study the history of the Jehovah, he's basically an ancient dragon.
Oh,
Well,
great.
Talking
I
about
got
What are you
cryptids.
talking about?
Talking about
I'm just-
cryptids, baby. The
Yeah,
god
well-
of the Abrahamics is a dragon.
Don't forget Bashan also, which is influential in how we describe God.
Yeah. Well, no, if it's you can still see it in modern day if you go look at it, with that kind of eye. But if you go back to ancient times with the surrounding cultures talking about the Hyksos, is who we're talking about. Yeah, they worshipped a dragon.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Sorry.
A lot more interesting.
Well, it makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because when we're talking about the bad dragon, right, which a lot of people call Lucifer, which I don't know why, but whatever. We talk about the bad dragon,
so much better.
who the Bible says was kicked out of heaven for his rebellion, right? Well, if there's a bad dragon, does that not infer there's a good dragon?
Probably.
Yes, and
I don't-
remember,
I don't know that website, Chester.
Yeah.
Well, it's called the Bible. You can read it.
That's beyond you. It's fine. It's fine.
Was that
But-
was that an uncomfortable and bizarre fettuccine reference?
No, I highly recommend that you go check out Bad Dragon after this episode is over.
Oh,
I'm
God,
sure you'd be thrilled.
What do they talk about?
Just don't live stream it.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't there some stupid band called something Dragon?
Imagine
Dragons.
Imagine Dragon. I think there's a Dragon Force as well.
Dragon Force, yeah.
It's
Yes,
got
there
like a
is.
little Asian who's
Sort of Fire and
amazing on
Flames.
guitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a song from Imagine Dragons. I was like, God, you guys suck balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
really,
well,
really,
yeah.
really do.
Both of my sons were really into that, and I had to listen to that sometimes.
That's a shame.
You.
Driving them to school.
I feel sorry for you.
Oh
man.
my God.
Not all their songs are bad.
You should
What?
teach them better music tastes. I don't know.
I know. Just
At least
Or beat
older ones
them.
are better. I admit their older ones are better. Well, that's because they didn't sell out to the. Because once
Sold out, man.
once Hollywood was just like, oh wow, you guys are really good, make us some songs and we'll make you millionaires. They said okay, and all the soul from their music just disappeared.
Aw.
You know what?
Oh,
But if
okay.
Hollywood came to me and did that, I'd sell out in a heartbeat.
Pink did too.
Would.
Man,
Yeah, I would too.
Pink was
I
a
saw-
Oh, yeah.
huge
Damn
sellout,
straight.
dude.
What
a
the
shame.
fuck is a Pink? It's
Dude,
not a pop
she-
star.
No, she is, but before she sold out, she was really cool. That was a pissed off chick. Now talk about daddy issues. I mean, she was pissed off, dude, and it was cool. And then she sold out and she became this plastic Hollywood. Oh my God, it's disgusting, dude. It's literally grotesque. Anyway, sorry.
Say I listen to prog rock and metal. I don't have those issues.
Well, see,
I don't
that
listen
would
to
be
pop
better.
music.
But shit, I would listen to some Nine Inch Nails over that Dragon crap.
Well, yeah.
Dragon Force? Or Imagine Dragons?
That guitar player.
No, Dragon Force is okay.
Dragon Force
Dragon
guitar
Ball.
player is
Yeah,
pretty
there's
awesome.
nothing.
He's
Dragon
awesome.
Force
I don't like their
Imagine
music.
Dragons can go to yeah. They're not my favorite thing, but they're not a bad band.
I like
Imagine
that,
Dragons, however, are just fucking terrible.
I like that newer song by
Oh,
Imagine
yeah,
Dragons, Bones.
What?
Bones by Imagine Dragons. I like that one.
Misery's not bad.
Of course
Actually,
you do.
I mean, they're no Nickelback, but hey.
Oh my god. Damn. Okay, so I'm over here looking at Jonathan's stuff, and just keep in mind, Jonathan's a high school student, so we don't know exactly how deep his knowledge is. But is this one of Thor's goats?
Maybe. Why?
Maybe. And is that a chupacabra?
Sure is.
So we got a chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Chupacabra,
the
dude.
chupa chupa.
You call yourself an
chupa-chupa.
expert, man?
No,
That's a hard word for
didn't
chupacabra.
actually. But it's eating on one of Thor's goats, dude. That chupacabra is screwed, dude. He better not gnaw on the bones. Anybody?
Yep.
Thank you.
I know what you're talking about.
Typical behavior for a chupacabra is to leave the bones alone as they're too high in calcium.
You actually do. The clip
Chupacabra
really
only
well,
drinks
dude.
the blood.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's probably the only thing I do well.
I
think I sound great when I start talking about Sam Adams, but I don't know. I got earphones on.
Yeah, but see, you're not from the New England area, so it's not. Quite
I
right.
know. I got to work on that.
he doesn't get it.
He doesn't. You got two New Englanders sitting right here. Listen to us.
3 right now, actually.
Who's the third?
Who could it be?
Gee, I wonder.
Mr. Motion?
Professor Busby,
no.
who do you think it is?
Not me, not Mr. Motion. No.
No, Jonathan, what part of New England are you from, dude?
I live right down the street from Andrew.
Oh, so we're all from literally within an hour of each other. Okay. All right, fine.
Actually, was originally planning on going in tonight, drawing the Dover Demon, but I couldn't find any good reference of it. So maybe I'll draw that one after this. But
The Dover Demon or the Jersey Devil? Yeah. Oh goodness gracious! So what do we have in our area though? I mean, we got of course the Headless Horseman.
I found out that I found out the Dover Demon, which was Dover, Mass, but then also the Gloucester Serpent. Apparently,
dude, I've heard of that. I have heard of that. Yes, which Gloucester though?
Mass. I apparently it's Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Okay, so everything is Massachusetts with you guys. All right, fine.
Well, I was looking up Massachusetts cryptids.
That's fair.
What
Do
you
you know that I am technically, via marriage, a couple centuries ago, related to the Swamp Fox himself?
Really?
Yeah.
Swamp Fox, tail on his hat.
Is that a cryptid?
The Swamp Fox? Yeah.
I was thinking it's a one Revolutionary War general.
Yes, he was. He was quite famous.
He was the basis for Mel Gibson's.
Yeah, I think so.
in,
I felt that
his
way,
Patriot?
didn't it? Yeah.
Interesting.
Although the original guy, what was he? A colonel? Let me check real quick.
It was Leslie Nielsen. What are you talking about?
No, Francis
Leslie
Marion, right?
Nielsen.
That was his name. Let
We
me
had a
check.
Leslie Nielsen night.
Well, Francis Marion is his
Yeah.
name. I just don't know what his rank was. Huh. They don't list it here. Why would they? He was commissioned. He was a lieutenant colonel. Okay. But Francis Marion, of course, in New England is well known. But yes, I am technically related to him. But then again, I'm technically related to Abraham Lincoln too.
And Jennifer Connelly.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
directly related to her. That's by blood.
7 degrees of separation of Chester Busby.
Well, my Aunt Betty, who was my mother's
Ross?
older sister. No, not that old. But she married Charles Lincoln, who is a direct descendant of Abraham Lincoln. So by marriage. Yes. And I told you before that my daughter was so proud of this when she was little. She used to carry around a penny in her pocket, and she would show everybody. This is my uncle. It is cute.
Cool.
Cute.
Uncle Lincoln.
Yeah,
Okay,
Uncle
well,
Lincoln.
I'm supposedly related to German nobility, but at the very least, Otto von Bismarck. And on the other side of my family, I have somebody who came over on the Mayflower.
Oh, there you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
the guy who made the guy who built the
Technically,
Bismarck?
I have New England in me.
I am
Okay,
related to
technically.
Cherokee, to a Cherokee woman, actually,
Okay, that's not.
who was actually part of.
Me too.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just curious where the cryptid's going to come in.
Well,
Thunderbirds. Whoa.
there is the Wendigo. That is so.
That's true.
Thunderbird.
That's true.
Thunderbird?
Thunderbird. That's a much
Yeah, the
cooler
Thunderbird.
one. Yeah.
That the Native Americans have cryptids, so
Oh, yes,
I'm
they
doing
do.
the Wendigo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm kind of fascinated by Thor's goat right now.
Hey guys, I might have to check out early tonight. Give me a.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
just
sorry,
make
guys.
sure to pay at the desk.
Will do. I'll put my drawing on the desk. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And, see, now you went and pestered Jonathan, not Jonathan, Andrew there, Jeff. And not only do we have oryx horns, now he's thrown in antlers as well. Look what you've done.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. And in Michigan, we have, or at least in the Great Lakes, there's also the Indian myth of, I think it's called the water cougar or the water panther, although they don't actually describe it.
Well, it's probably just literally a jaguar.
Does the water
No,
cougar,
it's in the water.
does the water cougar sit by pools and
Ooh.
take out?
No,
fucking
it's
pool boys?
like a fish.
Oh, maybe it's
So
an otter.
Yeah. No, we don't have otters around here.
Just like,
It's supposed
oh
to be
my-
large.
what the hell is that thing? It
It's
looks
so
so.
cute.
Well, some
It's
of the
the
otters
most
are pretty
adorable
big.
cryptid.
Yes,
They
and
ain't
they
that
are
big.
terrifying. You know how terrifying otters are?
Oh yeah, they're mean.
Otters
They're
are not
they're
terrifying.
incredibly
Dude, they're
mean.
monstrous. They murder
Dude,
their
you want
females and rape their dead bodies, Jeff. Otters,
Dude,
Jeff.
That's true.
Yeah, whatever. I've
can't
been
say
down to
that on
Detroit. That doesn't
YouTube.
scare
I
me at all.
just did, though.
But what about all those cute videos you see on Twitter?
No, otters are
The one that's
monstrous
getting his
creatures
like
from
that-
the
like the one
seventh
get like the
level of
one
hell.
getting his like the one that's getting his temperature taken and he's like, woo.
Tell me, Chester, where did the bad otter touch you?
Stupid
Just get your
otters.
ass chased by a moose. That'll change your mind.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you a little story about a moose kima if you like. I was actually in your part of the world with some friends. I was on a hunting campaign. I was quite young. It was with my uncles.
You would have to been to have seen a moose.
Well, I did, and but I was, because it was a big group because we have family up in Nova Scotia, so we
Sure,
were
it
up.
wasn't a caribou.
No. It
Definitely
was
caribou,
definitely
yeah.
a moose.
Just
but,
a really big deer.
well, because I was young, I was in a tree stand, and all the
Mm.
older men were pushing, right? And I'm just sitting in the tree stand, right? And I just kind of, I feel this like warmth on the back of my neck. I don't know. It's weird. I just turn around and look. There's a frickin' moose right in my face. Scared the shit out of me. He didn't give a shit. I didn't hear
Yeah.
him. I couldn't even hear him approach. They're silent
Wow.
and deadly.
Yes, they're actually
I was
supposed to be
gonna
pretty
say.
deadly.
And yeah, I guess they are pretty quiet.
No, I
had-
didn't hear him coming up, and I was pretty focused.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I was focused in front of me, but he didn't care though. He gave a shit. He just kept on doing what he was doing.
Oh, you died, dude. You could have
What
died.
was
Well,
Yeah.
I was in a tree, to be fair. I mean,
God must sure love you. If his moose
Yeah,
is
well, I mean,
pretty
it's a
bad
good thing
people.
you're built just as almost as big as the moose.
that's true.
so.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I
One
imagine
of
you could
us.
dash up a tree.
That's my
get
moose
away from a moose.
experience, Keenmo.
Yeah, I've had to make a mad dash up a tree to get away from one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
I've done that
Yeah.
before.
I was in the woods during rutting season. That was a pretty stupid idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Had to throw maple syrup and donuts at it and make sure it went away.
That's true.
They don't
Like,
take
did that
kindly to people being in their territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
Cut
that.
him in
But
line at Tim Hortons.
well, that's the only time in my life I've ever seen a moose was that one time, and he really didn't care that I was there at all. He was
Which is good.
indifferent. Yeah.
Yeah, you're super lucky.
Yeah, so you're just lucky then, because they're very territorial.
We're just lucky, I guess.
Yep. Even when because I did let out a whelp. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I did.
And a little pee.
Well, maybe just a
Little
touch,
pee.
just a touch. I do have a valve there that the ladies don't that helps me not to piss my pants. But anyway, sneezing and stuff like that is so disastrous. You ever wonder why the women go to the bathroom every 5 minutes? That's why. Yeah, he just kind of stayed there and did his thing. He could care less.
Did his thing. What was the thing he was doing?
He was munching.
Eating.
Yeah.
All they basically do is eat.
Yeah, he was munching.
He's eating liver people of the people.
You weren't presenting, were you?
No, I was in a tree stand. And maybe that's part of it because tree stands are so well. Maybe it's because I'm big, but they're so narrow and small. You really don't move much, right?
Was he eating the tree stand?
No, he was just eating around. The thing that shocks me the most about the experience was I didn't hear him coming. I don't understand how it's something that big and I can't hear it coming. I mean,
they are fairly graceful animals. It doesn't look like it. I've actually been up close with moose because I used to go backpacking on Isle Royal, and I've actually seen like moose go through a campground with their kid, and you only really kind of see them. They are really rather. I would have to say, graceful, and they also go in the water, so they're interesting creatures. But yeah, and they also move kind of slow. And deer kind of like that too. They don't make a lot of noise.
Well, it depends. If you have a herd moving, it not only does it rock the ground, it's like thunder. It's actually a pretty cool experience to be near like 100 deer moving fast. It's pretty neat.
I actually saw. I was like 8. I guess how old was I? I was 7 years old, and I was out walking around in the woods by myself because that's what I did. We were actually at a ranger station in Idaho on the Clearwater reservation, and out there in the Locksaw Lodge, which was out there. My father was working as a forest station there. And so I got a chance to just sort of wander around at the station, and because that was back in the days when we could do that. And walked up, and there was this gorgeous creature, and it's a moose. It was a female moose, and she had a kid, one of the little calves with her. Mm-hmm. And I told my mother, and my mother told me how lucky I was to be alive. I'd seen it probably more than about 50 yards off, and I sat and watched her for a while because I was a quiet kind of kid, and I didn't bug stuff very much. And eventually, she sort of wandered off. And when I told my mother, she was like, she wouldn't let me go out there anymore because she was afraid I was going to die.
Aw. Well, nature is awesome. And I think a lot of the young people like Jonathan don't get out very often into the nature because they're always on their games. They're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I need my V-Bucks.
Dude, I cannot believe, like I was doing in class the other day, man, just kind of every week to give them a little bit of homework so they can try to prepare in some good English, right? I ask them, how was your weekend, right? I ask it every week, especially the little ones, right? And so they can prepare. And it's always game related to the point that I'll like you next week, you're not allowed to talk about games, right? Or something like that. But it's, well, dude, it's shocking to me how many of these kindergarten, first, second graders, I mean, we're talking about little babies here, right? They play Fortnite, and I'm like, what?
No, yeah,
dude. Don't you think 6 years old is a little bit young for a shooting game where people cuss and swear constantly?
Yeah,
there's no cussing and swearing in Fortnite.
Yeah, but the people in chat do.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
That's what I meant. The chat, yeah, because these are
people
Japanese
talking?
kids, so they all have the headphones and mics. I guarantee it. But I just struck me as young. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fogey, an old fogey. Can we still say that, Eric?
Yep, and that's what we are.
As long as you don't have to spell it.
Yeah, really.
What?
We're in
Foggy. Foggy.
Yes.
we're in this era now where everything is accessible to everyone because like all video games are like becoming freer and stuff, and like we have streaming and all that kind of stuff, so everybody can just get everything now without any sort of regulation. Like there's no gone are the days where you have to buy a console, then a copy of the game. You can't go to Blockbuster to rent the games first and all that stuff.
And mom and dad are like, yeah, whatever, just don't bother me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was never
I'm too
like
busy
that.
on my
That's
phone.
the biggest problem, I think, is the parents who just don't care about,
Well, that's a problem. You're all right. That is a whole nother conversation. But Joshua is triggering me. You can't judge all others just because of the actions of a few bad apples, dude. Yes, I can.
Well, you just did.
Gotta watch out for monkeys too, by the way. They're not.
Where did the bad otter touch you there, Chester?
No, monkeys. I know. I live around. There's monkeys all around me. They're bad, dude.
Are they evil? Are they evil monkeys?
They are dirty, nasty.
They probably shit all over his car.
No, I've never.
They
had
are
that problem.
crack shots with the poo.
They are.
Oh,
But
it's kind of like
dirty
penguins.
They're like instantly angry. The only time I've been near a monkey and they weren't in constant guard mode was it is a place that it's a tourist place designed for this, but there's a place we went to where you can actually go into a natural hot spring and just enjoy the hot water and the thermal vent, and there's monkeys in there as well.
Oh, those are the
Enjoying it.
Are they
No,
not?
these are
Macaque?
macaques. Yeah, they're macaques. Yeah. But so that's the only time I've ever been near a monkey and it wasn't out of its mind. Oh no. There is a monkey mountain nearby us that there are thousands of them. And you can go and walk amongst them. Yay!
Do you own this mountain?
No, I don't.
Why
and
not?
I've been in the process of evicting all monkeys from my mountain.
You're not discharging
Get out
them.
of here, monkeys. It's one of the few mountains I don't own in the region.
Yes, but no, but they don't make trouble over there so much because people are feeding them constantly all day long. So.
Well, I
Under
guess
threat of violence, I reckon.
So if you guys would like to walk amongst or bathe with monkeys, come to me. I got you covered.
you can find. You know a guy, a monkey.
I know a guy.
They
Do they wear little towels?
No,
Do they wear the little towels?
No, they are absolutely savage.
How disgraceful.
I know.
That's rude.
And
So
I do
inelegant.
love that Amron's take on Cryptid is Alfear. Sweet.
Who?
Elves, dude. Elves.
Well, not exactly.
No? Succubi?
No. Nope.
Dude, that would have been
Just
the
like-
idea, though. Succubi.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I don't think succubi are cryptids.
No, succubus isn't a cryptid. I don't
Well,
It's more of a demon.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. A succubi or an incubi would probably be the leading word. They're not considered demons, dude. Interestingly enough, they're actually. I know it's weird, but they're not considered demons. They're not. They don't fall in that category of umbral creatures.
Hey, Damon.
Are you doing a Fae? Is that what you're doing, Amron?
Nope. Is it the OnlyFans account that differentiates them?
Oh, it's anime. Of course, that's the cryptids. Just anime.
It is anime.
Oh,
Anime,
fair.
80s anime.
Yes.
Nope.
Once I thought I saw an 80s anime.
Well, she has the elven ears.
It might help if you zoom out. I want to see.
her face is
I really
so
want to take a good educated guess by seeing the whole thing.
Maybe it's an Australian cryptid. Maybe you should go research those and see what they got out there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lamia.
Yeah.
It's a lamia. Sweet.
Yep. We were missing the
Snake body.
the whole. Are you actually drawing Mia herself?
Yeah.
From Monster Musume?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we have another Wendigo here from Eric. Why do we have so many Wendigos?
Because the Wendigo's the best.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome.
They look awesome.
No love,
When,
Super
when are
Cop.
they adding Wendigo to Super Smash Brothers?
Fair. Well, I mean, but it's more like a wraith
Wendigo
creature,
when.
though. You know.
It's creepy. It's super creepy.
There's a-
Well, Joshua. I'm being technical. They're not the incubi are not considered demons. They're something else.
What are they considered?
They would fall into the Greek daemon list.
Like with sprites and dryads.
Well, yes, and nymphs and
Light
things like
and
that.
Dr.
You know,
Pepper.
centaurs, and it's probably because the concept is younger, because a lot of your demonology stuff is coming from a much older era, right?
Yeah.
You know, like with the Solomon and the Book of Solomon, the Key of Solomon, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, okay. So changing subjects. What would you consider megalodon then?
A creature that lived, you know, over
Well,
10,000
it did
years ago.
live.
It
But
did
the
live.
question is whether it still lives or not.
Yeah,
Well,
No,
right.
Vin Diesel killed it in that movie.
They did. That's true. Because it was going to eat the fat, chubby Chinese babies. But it could still be around. I mean, the vast majority of the ocean we have not searched. We don't.
Yeah, 89%. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the ocean is spooky to begin with. I don't want to know what the rest of it is.
We have
The oceans are spooky.
Get out of
What
here with that.
What about
Yeah.
the noises they make and that they pick up?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes,
The
yeah.
ping.
And
Yes.
the youngest the youngest megalon tooth they found is only like 10,000 years old.
Right.
So there's still a very good chance they're still out there.
Well, the thing with it is, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
They're just shy.
The oceans escape a lot of the terrestrial cataclysms, don't they?
Yep.
So, you know, temperature changes, which we had a lot of, 10 to 20,000 years ago. There was a lot of chaos. But since then, it's been, as far as the ocean's concerned, it's been pretty tepid.
It was pretty stable for the last
Yeah.
8,000.
It was because of ancient vehicles
That's
caused
probably
all
why.
that chaos.
That's probably what it
Yeah.
was. Yes.
All those
nuclear
rickshaws.
war. Oh God.
You know,
those rickshaws. Have you guys ever been in a
Flintstone.
rickshaw? It's actually pretty cool.
I went,
Well, it feels right to have someone drag me around. It's,
Oh my god.
Isn't that why you got married?
oh.
No,
Oh my
seriously,
God. Armoron's
ignore-
actually trying to make her breasts bigger.
Of course he is. It's Armoron. As it
His
should
signature.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a character in that anime who's under like a K cup.
be. A K cup.
Well, it's funny. I sit here,
Wow.
see him drawing the line and erasing the
Interesting
line,
letter to
drawing
choose.
the line again, erasing the line, drawing the line again, erasing, and every time the line goes out further and further and further and further and further.
Right, K cups. Yeah. Have I inquired about cup sizes yet, Eric?
Stop it.
Oh,
Yes, you did that once
damn
upon
it.
a time. Not long ago.
You guys say that. I don't recall that. Ladies, did I ask such a
Are
question?
you sure
Where
you
you
get
guys
drink on
anymore?
the show?
I would never
You're
be
just
so
sitting there
Fine.
drinking sake, I'm sure of it.
unless
Amaranth is punishing us.
it was a scientific inquiry, then that's different.
So Chester, are there a lot of cryptids over in Japan? Do people
Oh.
believe in cryptids out there?
My
or-
God,
That's
dude, there's
why I asked
literally
about
books of
yokai.
them. Yes,
Really?
a lot of Japanese.
Lots of dragons?
Well, the dragon isn't a cryptid over here in Asia. The dragon is understood to be a spiritual symbol, right? But when it comes to yokai or kami or daikami or bakemono or any of those kind of things, especially the yokai.
Rigatoni.
Well, the yokai
Turtle-
henge particularly.
F. Buardi.
A lot of people believe in them. I think the most prominent belief is in the kappa.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Well, they're the funniest.
Yeah, turtle men with little water bowls
Of
on
all
their head.
of all the ones to believe in, why them? It's just like they're the dumbest looking fucking things.
They
as
are.
well.
Yeah. They
Gamera.
Did you guys see that cute little
Gamera.
anime with the cute little baby kappa in it?
You have to be more specific.
I don't know. I remember it was years and years and years ago, but it was so cute.
There's a Kappa in Animal Crossing. He's the one who gets you to the little island.
Does he wrestle you and stick shit up your butt so he could pull your soul through your anus? Because that's what Kappa do.
Wow.
Horrifying.
That's harsh.
You know, they like to wrestle too.
Chester, do you have an opinion on Bigfoots?
Do you know how to cheat the copper? Do you know how to keep the copper from getting?
Yes, spill his water.
That's right. You get it.
Sounds so dirty.
Then you get to feed it cucumbers as well, or something.
That's true.
Yeah, don't they like cucumbers?
Yeah, they do like cucumbers because they're cucumber farmers. You see. Yeah. What was the someone asked me an actual question? What was that?
What is your opinion on Bigfoots?
Big feats.
Squatches love donuts.
Do you think people are crazy, or do you think
Squatches
there's
love
something
donuts.
out there we haven't discovered yet?
Well, it's certainly possible, and I would to my answer, Eric, because I have to be careful. My answer I would direct you to a series of videos done by a very insightful gentleman by the name of Lloyd Pye.
Okay.
There are so many good videos out there when it comes to Bigfoot and cryptids and
I'm
stuff.
talking about science, though.
No.
Hard science.
I know. I am too. But
because he gets into the genetics. And no, I know what you mean. There are a lot of cool stuff, and it seems very suspect, doesn't it? It certainly does.
Well, dude, are you familiar with all the 411 stuff, like the missing 411 stuff?
No, but I would imagine there's a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the missing 411 stories it's better than horror. They're so creepy, and the stories are so good, and people ending up in situations that are physically impossible to end up in, like they find their body miles away, and like a 2-year-old could never go that far, and they find like the body of a 2-year-old from where he was, and he traveled miles, and yeah, they're awesome. They're great.
Well, I don't know if that's awesome, but I get your point. But I think the best, as far as what you're talking about, there was this attack on a cabin, and they collected hair samples and sent it to laboratories, and it came back unknown, meaning a unidentified creature. So that's like, I remember that one. But but Eric, it does kind of lead into another conversation. How about the whole UFO phenomena? Because that would be cryptid as well, would it not?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and would anyone here argue that there aren't unidentified flying things? The American government has officially said there are.
Yeah, but that's to distract us.
Maybe.
From from real issues.
Maybe.
I know.
Every time a real issue is happening in the background, they're just like, "Look, a UFO again," and they're like, "Whoa!" It's like, and then all the dumb people are like, "Whoa, another UFO!
Maybe.
It's crazy."
But it certainly falls into our conversation.
Oh, sure.
But oh God, America, we Americans are so goddamn stupid, dude. It's so depressing. It's so depressing.
Or embarrassing.
It's both, dude. It's both. Because I mean, I would imagine that a vast majority of these kind of things are simply American hardware in the skies, right?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, are there actual beings from another planet visiting us? Maybe. The thing is why does it have to be confined to now?
It's not. If you read enough of your folklore, you see that it's in there.
Yeah, it is.
There's been references to this in Star Wars. There. I think that we're just talking about it in a different framework now.
It's true. We are. That is true. The Indian Vedas are probably the most interesting in that regard.
See, I'm one where I kind of write off aliens. I don't believe in it at all. But if I were to go a direction with aliens. I think the most likely scenario is zoo hypothesis. I think if anything, the zoo hypothesis is probably the most accurate one.
Meaning they're not extraterrestrial; they are terrestrial. Is that what you mean?
Well, so the zoo hypothesis is that they are so far beyond us that they would basically view us but not make contact with us because they just see us as animals like we view animals in a zoo.
Well, sure, kind
And
of
so,
like in Star Trek, don't interfere, right?
Yeah, so they would come, visit, not interact. We're interesting to look at, and then they would leave.
Maybe. I don't know that we're that primitive, though.
No,
That's a hell
we're
of a
not,
long way to
but-
go for a sightseeing tour.
Yeah, or for barbecue.
It depends.
It'd be like
Well,
going to
I
Disney
mean,
World.
I'm also going off the assumption that there are no aliens because I don't go that route. I don't
Hey,
think there
Zork,
are
let's
any.
go see the Grand Canyon.
Oh well, no, exactly right. No, I'm sure there are sentient life on other planets. I'm positive, without question, there are. But whether they've come here or not isn't a whole other question. Although, to be fair, like what Rosa said, the ancient peoples 100% believed that they did. That's not even in question to the ancient peoples. Matter of fact, the ancient stories, particularly when you go before the Greeks, they talk about them coming from outside of our planet, aliens, and that they even created us. That's what the ancient people believe. Not saying it's
I
true,
believe that.
but I'm just saying that that's what they thought. So it's not a new phenomenon. But then again, they also believe that centaurs are real because they saw a man riding a horse. Damn Aryans. It is the Aryans' fault. That's 100% their fault. Also, the spear and the bow. Bastards.
Jerk faces.
Yeah.
I saw something not too long ago where they estimated that the odds of life on other planets is actually, at least life like ours, is actually pretty remote because it requires certain conditions in order for that to happen. And that those conditions are so rare that the notion of, there's all this life out there in the universe, that may not be true, and that it may require a very, very astronomically high percentage of conditions to be correct in order for that to happen.
I see. Well, you're talking about scientists, so give them a month and they'll change their mind. What is the current age of our planet up to now? What is the number now?
A couple billion, I think.
5.8 billion? What is it? Yeah, they can't
A
even
billion
decide on
here,
that.
billion. This is like
Yeah.
Washington. A billion here, billion there. Next thing you know, you're talking real year.
Right. Yeah. No, the thing that kills me about scientists, even though I am one of them, is they constantly walk around and talk about things as if they are the authority on it and they know the truth. It pisses me off because they don't know a goddamn thing.
Stupid freaking scientists.
Right.
Stupid
Better believe it.
scientists.
Go back
Like
to
the
Reddit.
ancient aliens guy.
Yeah.
With the weird hair, the funny hair.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's awesome. I love that guy. He's so enthusiastic, isn't he? It's great.
Fun.
Yeah, he is having fun. And Thundero, don't you mess with me. He's trying. Thundero's trying to trigger me, dude.
He's telling you there's no such thing as space, isn't he?
Maybe. Yeah, probably true. Aw, Kima's being all cute and stuff. What are you doing, Kima? What is this creature?
It is a cute little Wendigo.
Aw, why so many Wendigos today? It's interesting.
It's the coolest.
Yeah, Wendigos are cool.
How come there's no Nessie? Well, maybe we got one.
Yeah, I wanted a Mothman, but
A
nobody
Mothman?
likes Mothman.
Well, you know what, Jeff?
Bigfoot?
Learn to
I
draw,
was thinking
and then you can
about
draw.
it.
Yeah, do it yourself, Jeff.
Dude, I already learned the code.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna do draw.
That's fair.
Aw.
Yeah. Art hates me, so I can't do it either.
If I have a Mothman in my portfolio, I'll find it and send it to you.
Aw, so nice.
It's not the
I
same.
don't want your secondhand old Mothman. I want
Yeah.
a new Mothman.
Yeah. I
Got
want
an
the I
Ozark
want the one
Howler
with
and a
Richard
Momo the
Gere in it.
Monster.
Dude, your Mothman's got crust on it, man.
Hey, we got a person in here whose name is A Fuzzy Creature. Hello, A Fuzzy Creature.
Sounds like a
Hey, Fuzzy.
cryptid.
Oh, it's
It
fuzzy.
does
Okay.
sound like a cryptid. You're right. Or a bunny. Thundero says space is not space. It's more a form of electrical plasma, but nobody is ready for that conversation. I was a decade ago. Interesting thing I would love to see happen one day, if it hasn't already. If we are ever actually able to travel interstellarly, I would like to see an experiment where they fill a ship full of chimpanzees and send them outside of a Birkeland current and see what happens.
Because you hate
Planet of the
chimpanzees
Apes.
and they're gonna die. You want to see
Well,
them die.
Well, because I
Yeah.
think the only reason we exist and why the answer to why does the electron spin? Because understand, we don't know why. I think it's because we're inside electrical plasma fields. And if we travel outside of Birkeland current or a heliosphere, I have a feeling that everything would just stop.
Okay.
Yeah. And the chimpanzees should suffer because they are monstrous bastards.
There it is.
They rip ladies' faces off.
They do.
Really hate
They
them.
yes, they do. They actually do.
They
I know.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they keep them as pets like idiots.
Yeah, I mean-
that's fair. So it's the human's fault as usual. All right, fine.
Yeah.
No culpability for the chimp at all. All right.
Highly aggressive territorial creature that's stronger than most humans. Yeah, I'll keep that as a pet.
True. True.
Well, even
And the
chimp
carnivorous.
rights.
No, be fine.
I mean, they eat they eat other chimps, don't they? If I
You
remember
know
right.
the
That
weirdest thing?
that just doesn't work unless it's Scottish.
That's true.
Nah, it'll be fine.
It ought to be
Yeah.
fine. But you know something that's really, really bizarre? Gorilla, who we perceive as extremely aggressive and dangerous, are far more peaceful than a chimp.
Yes, that's true.
It's weird,
Yes.
isn't it?
I can believe
As long
that.
as you don't challenge them by pounding your chest.
Yeah, and I have no desire to go
That's what I did.
test that theory.
Yeah, really.
Where do you stand on the Harambe situation, though? Was he protecting the child, or was he gonna kill the child?
He was probably protecting the kid. He just, human
Dinner
children
later.
are so fragile, I think. But it seemed to me that he was protecting the kid. Yeah.
I like to think so.
Well, I think that we do have many, many, many examples of children being lost or abandoned in the woods and raised by other animals. It has
Tarzan.
actually happened. Well, I mean,
It
that's based on the Mowgli story, which
No,
is
I
based on a
know.
real story, right?
And Pecos Bill.
Right. But I mean, animals understand innocence, and they seem to be capable of adopting it. So.
I seem to remember there was it was a wild man, like a wildman species that was recorded in Russia.
Florida man.
Yeah,
Florida
it
man.
was no, not Florida man, and it was one of the ones that was actually pretty well documented was a female,
Oh yeah.
and so that was actually very interesting.
Well, because they had children with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, I would direct you to a series of videos by a gentleman by the name of Lloyd Pye. If you are interested in the squatches, I think his presentation is very intriguing.
Squatches love donuts.
Lord Pye.
Everyone
I mean, what a
loves
name.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Yeah.
I recommend Peter Kane Dog Trainer because he talks about going out in the woods and sleeping with one.
Oh, sweet. A little bit of hairy love.
Yes.
Well,
This dude
I
is
thought
crazy.
I thought you were going to
Did
talk
he
about
need a
Caesar
cigarette
again.
or cigar afterwards?
It's like I recommend you listen to Michael Ike and listen to him talk about lizard people.
Well, now to be fair though, if you want a good fun time, do so, because that guy's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He's funny as hell.
He's great.
Yeah, no, it's quite entertaining. But no, Lloyd Pye, it's a different suggestion. It's not like that one. I think it's very thought provoking what he put forward. Actually, he's dead now. He died of cancer. But
Oh.
Yeah.
it is very thought provoking because he put together his intention was, he's focusing very much on the Sasquatch, worldwide, phenomena.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
and what he's doing is he's saying, well, look, scientists just we talk about these things, and scientists just laugh at us, and there's nothing we could do about it. So I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna put together presentations that challenge the scientists to respond. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely
Yeah.
not to. I mean,
I guess.
well, and this is part of what you're dealing with when you're talking about people read folklore and we dismiss it immediately. And yes, there's a lot of stuff in there that's fantasy or imagination or trying to explain things that are phenomenon beyond our capability to understand
Mhm.
with what we have. But there are also eyewitness accounts of things that actually happen. And when you have entire generations of people talking about a particular creature and how it moves and what it does, and we found a lot of this to be true after we've learned more about the areas in
Sure.
which we were, coming to.
The
We really,
gorilla, the panda,
yes,
the
yes.
African peacock. Yes.
Well, that's the whole thing. So many of these things that are outright dismissed. Even nowadays, if you try to go to Texas Parks and Wildlife and you say, I've seen a black creature that looks like a cougar or looks like a mountain lion, they will absolutely laugh you out of existence. But they do that even if you tell them there's a gator in your pond. They have to see it in order for them to believe it's true. That's nothing against our Parks and Wildlife people, but they have to lay eyes on it to say it's true. Well, when
Yeah.
you go to them and you go, this is really the territory of the ancient territory of jaguars, and jaguars have a melanistic phase, and there is no reason why people couldn't have seen this creature at that point
Sure.
when they're first in territory.
Well,
But
we
they
know
don't want to look.
jaguars cross the border. They do come into
Oh,
America rarely, but occasionally they do.
they
As
they
do
used to,
coyotes.
Yeah,
well they
them too.
they have
But bump.
I got it. That was a good one.
Yeah, yeah. They carry guns though, and fleas. I'm sorry,
And
Rosa.
children.
Go ahead, Rosa. Don't you don't you listen to that damn rude disrupting Jeff. Go ahead.
Jeff is fine, but no, anyway, the jaguars actually were I'm not all the way up into the Dallas territory, and they existed all the way out into Louisiana, and of course as far west as Arizona. So they were pushed back to the border, of course, as it became more populous out here. And then about 200 years ago, they were still populating East Texas and other places.
Mhm.
So there's no reason that you wouldn't be able to see a melanistic jaguar, but people simply don't want to investigate it. It's not
It's true.
something they do.
That is true.
There's-
Well, speaking of gators, though, Rosa,
Mhm.
when because I moved around a lot. My dad's a military guy, but I remember I was in a southern middle school, I think they called it, and we actually had a girl die because
Uh,
out the back of the school, I remember I didn't see it happen, of course, but it affected the whole school big in a large way.
yeah.
But we had like a pond out in the back, and it seems a big old gator had just kind of wandered into it, right? And
Oh, dang.
during recess, she got
Wow.
nabbed. Yeah,
Well, that's horrifying.
it is.
Terrifying.
It sucks, dude. Absolutely sucks. I mean, that's the worst way to go for a human, isn't it? To be prey. I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a what is it? Lotus Eaters
Yeah.
episode that came out
Sargon, yeah.
recently. Yeah, which is the big cats. They're the big cats of England.
Mhm.
That they've got enough photographic evidence to
Well, they used to
photographing and
have
video
them.
evidence.
They used to have them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it
know.
wouldn't be shocking that some of them would survive here or there. But yeah, I mentioned the peacock, the African peacock, because when those first thing came over. This was back in an age when scientists would sit and discuss things and not actually go and look at it. Yeah. It took Lord Pye and John Dee to change the zeitgeist of that world, right? And the modern scientific method comes from those two guys. But back in those days, when the people were talking about, because at that time there was a lot of European intrusion into Africa, right? and they're getting rumors of this thing called well, they had a different name for it, but this bird with this gigantic tail, and they laughed because how could any such thing possibly fly? Stupid savages. Yeah.
Stupid sandwiches.
Yes, yes, the sandwiches. But yeah, and also this kind of thinking's been around a long time. Anyway, I'm going to get some more coffee. So Jeff's in charge.
I'm in charge.
You're in
Ah.
charge. Tell him about the Mothman, Jeff.
No, it's too late.
All right, I'm sorry. You guys
No
disappointed
Mothman.
him.
I'm disheartened.
Aw. Well, what's the Mothman like?
He looks like a moth.
He's nice.
and a man.
and a man.
He's called Arthur.
Yeah.
He's a superhero, or wants to be.
And has gleaming red eyes.
Oh, okay. So is he the size of a moth or the size of a man?
Size of a man.
Oh.
The wings of a moth.
It is Arthur, I'm telling you.
He's
What cryptid do you think is most likely to actually exist?
Sasquatch.
Oh, I think it's one that's in the ocean.
Yeah, the ocean now, so that's the only one that would actually not have already been found.
Well, technically, if the giant squid has already been discovered, I guess it doesn't make them a cryptid anymore. That makes them real. So it kind of comes off the. So technically, it takes them off the list.
Well, see for yourself, man.
Giant octopus, though, that hasn't been found. Although they have giant octopus, but not the size that used to take down ships.
Yeah. So you would think that would still be out there. They were smart enough. They probably don't come here anymore. They are extraordinarily intelligent.
Man, there's ships everywhere. I can't take all these ships down myself. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I don't have that many arms.
That's right.
What do you expect of me?
I can only do so
I mean,
much.
like
Going to
they're
Bermuda, there's
intelligent.
too many ships in my lane, man.
Like just yeet out of there.
You probably understand that everyone likes the taste of them too.
You can make so much takoyaki out of them. Holy cow!
Yeah, yeah. That'd be amazing.
Or you can make one big takoyaki.
Yeah.
That would violate my strict no invertebrates law.
Strict.
Damn straight.
What's wrong with eating octopus? Have you ever tried it, dude? It's tasty shit.
Oh.
It is. It's really good.
I can't
it's
stand.
like-
I can't stand the smell of seafood.
Really?
But
Yeah.
dude, all seafood is not the same.
You're forbidden.
And all
And
seafood
not
is
all
delicious.
seafood tastes.
It's
or
insane.
smells
It's all the
supposed to
same in that it smells like seafood.
It doesn't though. That's the thing.
But-
it really
But
doesn't.
the ocean smells good.
Yeah.
I hate the smell of the ocean too.
Well, then that doesn't help.
No, seafood smells like I don't know how to describe. So, what about like a yellowfin tuna steak or like a swordfish steak or something? Because that does not smell like seafood, like you think.
Yeah,
That's a lot more like actual steak, like meat.
Yeah,
smells
swordfish
like
is
meat.
wild because swordfish just tastes like chicken, but like a little bit different texture.
It's like-
Swordfish is
Oh, here we go.
It's
Yeah,
got the
it tastes like
texture of
chicken.
steak. No, it's got the texture of steak though.
Yeah, but no.
And like yellowfin tuna, you can cook like medium rare stuff. It's like pink.
Imagine
like,
if chicken
it's
tastes like
amazing.
fish. That's exactly what swordfish tastes like.
No. Fish. Oh my god, I hate when people say stuff like that about fish. Fish doesn't taste all the same. Not even
Can't
close.
stand fish.
Right? No, I understand. Like some things are very fishy tasting, right? Say like mackerel or like prawns, crayfish, all those kind of things. They're very fishy smelling and tasting. But like things like swordfish, the yellowfin tuna, conger eel, stuff like that, shark, they don't. An octopus definitely doesn't. Octopus is one of the most meaty kind of. It's more meat than fish.
It's all muscle.
It's like shark. Sharks are muscle, and if you've ever like gutted and skinned a shark, but it is literally just cartilage and muscle and meat. That's all it is. There's just no bones in it. It's just pure meat. So good.
It's very tasty.
Even
It
so,
is fresh out of the
it's-
ocean, man.
It is the smell. It
As much-
really drives me nuts.
As much as I hate the ocean, I love eating everything that comes out of it.
I love the ocean and I love everything that comes out of it. It's great, everything. There's not much in the way I could say that I don't like when it comes to eating animals, though. So I've eaten horse. I went to France. I ate horse. That was tasty as well.
Oh yeah, all my buddies did that when they were in Siberia.
It was
and
nice.
I was kind of jealous that they got to try it. I don't know.
It's nice, but it's just like a meteor cat. Well, like a more because they're very muscular, so they're very tender meat. It's very good.
I've had buffalo,
and I don't give a shit if people were like, "Oh, it's a horse." I don't care. I don't care. It was tasty, and I enjoyed it.
buffalo's good.
Buffalo's awesome.
I've never tried that. I would like to try buffalo.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah, buffalo's
It
really
is.
so
I
tender.
mean, I've had a lot
Very
of different
lean.
meats. What was
It's
it?
sweet.
Ostrich is good.
Bear
Wild
meat.
boar. Wild
Bear-
boar.
And I've had bear meat when I was living in Idaho.
I've never had bear meat. I've never had moose. I want to have moose as well.
Bear's supposed to be pretty greasy.
It is empty.
Meat,
Well,
meat,
actually, it depends on the bear.
Isn't it
Yeah.
supposed to be quite a dirty meat though, because of what they eat?
What, the bear?
Yeah, the
you have to treat
meat is.
Again, it depends on the bear. It depends on what the bear
Bar.
was grazing on.
Right.
If
Yeah,
they ate a lot
I
of
see.
berries, then it'd be a little bit more of a sweeter meat. If they ate nothing
Well,
but
that
fish,
that
it'd be
sounds
more of a
good.
fish
Berry eating bear meat. I'd like the idea of that.
Yeah.
because the bears around
Marinating
here eat a lot of
itself in-
berries.
Ate
Yeah.
ate a lot of
sounds
Count
great.
Chocula.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Chocolate flavored bears. That sounds great.
This here bear is raised on blueberry. Blueberry cereal. Blueberry and
He
lime.
found a lot of fruit brute. Hmm.
Oh, it's so hard to concentrate on doing anything.
I'm
Anyway,
just really freaking hungry. Thanks a lot.
yeah, I know. That's what me too.
That's
I
great.
do
I'm-
wonder.
I'm gonna go cook some moose right now.
Right
back.
Send it this way. I need some
No.
moose.
It's mine.
All hers.
It's my moose. You won't touch
Just
it.
gonna go out, shoot and gut a moose and fry it.
I need to go to Canada just to try moose. What I've had? I mean, isn't kangaroo? What's that like? Well, I'm wondering what's kangaroo like.
Never tried it.
You never tried it?
Nah.
How have you never tried it? You literally live right next to them.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
that-
live right next to horses, but I've never had a horse.
He doesn't eat
It's not
things
like
with pockets.
kangaroo's not like it's not like you can't eat it, is it? They're everywhere.
No, you
aren't they?
can. You can buy it. You can buy it in supermarkets.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
I've never tried. I mean, I've eaten like.
If you
It's like
listen to the
veal and
rumors,
venison.
it tastes a lot like a McDonald's hamburger.
Ah.
That's what I heard.
Really?
I
also
want-
heard
Squirrel's pretty good.
What about
Squirrel.
frog?
I've
Frog's
had
good.
frog's legs and I've had snails. Yeah, I've had all those. They're all very nice.
I hope I don't eat snails. They look nasty. To be
You'd
honest
be
with you.
surprised if they're done right. They just taste like little bits of minced meat. Like little bits of meat.
I had escargot when I was young, and it's amazing how edible something becomes when you throw enough butter and garlic on it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like shrivels up, so it's little meat in garlic, right? It's
You'll
what
eat
it
the
tastes
button
like.
and
It
be
tastes
happy.
like garlic meat. That's all it is. It just the idea, I suppose, is a bit weird to people. But you have to try everything once because you only live once.
My
You gotta
mother-
try everything.
My mother was a sharecropper daughter, and she actually, I mean, honestly, goodness, lived in a dirt floor shack when she was growing up. Loved escargot, but it's because she also worked in Dallas during the 40s, and they would serve it, and it was served sliced very thin. And you think of it like scallops or an oyster or anything else. And they served it very thin, sliced, and covered in garlic and butter, of course. And she thought it was absolutely fantastic. And so it's just whatever you're exposed to when you're younger and how you look at it is what you think is delicious. But pretty much around the world, just, for some reason, people really love crustaceans and they really love, mollusks of any kind, it seems like.
Well, it's the
Except
same as eating mussels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mussels, crayfish, prawns, all that kind of stuff. Shrimp, as you call it, I guess. It's all that same kind of
No,
stuff.
shrimp and crayfish are different.
Why are we
No,
talking
prawn-
about?
I meant prawns as well.
Why are we
Oh, we're on
talking
about
about
eating all the animals
crustaceans?
in the world.
Oh, so we'll
happened?
take you through the adventure, Chester. So we were talking about giant octopus,
Uh-huh.
and then the giant octopus turned into what if we either made a ton of takoyaki, like infinite takoyaki because of the giant octopus, or one giant takoyaki, and then we started talking about eating seafood, and then we went spiraled out into out of control because Jeff hates seafood, and so now we've landed on crayfish.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
we've talked about eating all the animals.
Well, Jeff is
Ken was
correct.
literally going to eat moose.
Grilled octopus is awful.
No, God, but you hate
I've never had it,
good
so I
food,
can't say
Chester.
anything.
So.
Takoyaki sucks balls.
No,
No,
it, does
it
not.
really doesn't.
It is.
Pretty
You
good,
you don't
Chester.
like any Japanese food. Your opinion is
yucky
void,
in
Chester.
the name. What do you expect?
Well, I don't because I have an actual proper palate.
No, you have an American palate, which I think
You
No,
you
they
are
like the,
British.
they
You're not
like the-
allowed to talk about palates, rabbit.
You have no idea what food I eat.
It's all beige.
You wouldn't believe some of the food I've eaten.
I just.
I mean, I have a question though, because I see this on a lot of things I've seen recently. Do you eat black pudding over there?
God no! God no!
Try not to.
No!
Awful shit, dude.
Yeah, we don't.
So,
We don't. I don't think anybody
what
even
do you
makes
call
it
it?
here.
Blood sausage in America, I think.
It would
they
be
call
blood
it.
sausage.
They used to
Yeah.
a long time ago, but since then it's gone away.
Well,
People still make it.
It's not a bad
Not that
thing, it's a
often,
tasty
but
shit.
oh, it's disgusting.
Well, Eric.
Well, it
speaking
depends
of,
on if you're in the.
well, Eric. Speaking of savages, I would
Depends
like
on how much beer you have.
That's true. I would like to give
It's a
PS
breakfast thing. What are you on about?
Oh God. I would like to give a PSA about peacocks. I was talking about them earlier. And no, we need
okay.
a PSA because they are savage, horrible, monstrous creatures. I don't know if you guys understand this, but when they shit, it is the size of a roasting plate, and they do it all over your shiny sports car.
Well,
I mean,
and they
I
always
didn't have a
scream like.
sports car, so I'm good.
Someone bought a peacock in their past.
Yeah.
No, I was visiting a friend.
He's got them roaming around his freaking mountain.
Hey now. But
freaking Peacock
it's
Mountain.
ridiculous how much they shit. It's unacceptable.
More than a goose.
And if you're not aware that there is a peacock in your area, you will think that somebody is calling for help and they are
Oh
being
yes,
raped.
they are creepy. They're savage, creepy things. We should extenuate them all. No,
That's exterminate.
I
not
said
exterminate.
exanguate. Mean to remove
Exanguate.
the blood
you
from
didn't
them.
say either of those words.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, exanguate. That's not what you. It's not what you said. You did not say exsanguinate the first time.
I did.
You said
The
some
word was
Japanese
not
word.
pronounced philologically correct.
That is true.
Dude.
That is true. I don't know what exactly Amy is doing. I'm not sure. There's a wormy creature, and there's some kind of monkey that is about to murder a young boy.
Huh, you've not mentioned my picture once. Am I not sharing it?
No, I saw it, and I was trying to understand what it was. A demon, maybe?
No, it's a bar guest.
Oh, okay, a barheist. Yeah.
I would save mine to the end. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, because I can't see the whole body, is why I didn't guess that. Yeah, but they are a cool creature, dude. They are neat.
The what are?
The barheist?
Barheist. Is that someone who makes coffee?
No. Although that's cute. That's super cute.
That's a good. That's a
Very
good.
cute. But no, they're kind of like a wolf panther type of creature with a human face. They're like an undead thing that sucks the life out of you as they eat you, something like that.
Not coffee.
Isn't that technically how if you eat somebody alive, that's how it works?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You take their power.
If anyone wishes to be a cannibal, I have only one suggestion for you. Don't eat the brain. Otherwise, it's all good.
No, I'm not doing.
Yeah, just don't eat the brain. Stay away from the brain. Well, other than that, you're good.
Why is that?
Because it's
It'll mess you up. Guru.
won't hurt you at all. It's just
Because
like
they
eating
might be a
pig.
Redditor, and then you take the Redditor's power. That'd be awful.
Oh God,
Ooh,
no! Don't do that.
It's,
do
there's
that.
quite a few people in the Donner Party who's glad Chester wasn't around when
Mhm.
they got trapped.
That's because he wanted to save all the brain for himself.
No, don't eat human brain. Do not eat human brain. That will
Well,
mess you
human
up.
brain, but pig brain's okay, right?
You can eat
Well,
monkey
no,
brains and
It's
stuff, right?
it's weird. Other brains you can eat, but do not eat human brain. It will mess you up, dude.
Well,
You
why
know,
would anybody
Chester.
want to eat
Scramble-
human?
Yeah, you know,
What?
Chester. Just tomorrow. I was gonna go out and be like, man, I really I want to try human. And
Well,
Yeah.
and now that you said this, I have been stopped. Thank you very
well,
much.
no, you can eat the rest of it.
Oh no.
I'm just in the mood for human feet right now. I'm just.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
You
but
can have
brain is
feet. You
always
should
on
pickle
sale.
them. Yeah. Well, now this brings up a very interesting question about a certain German fellow. They made a movie about him.
Oh yeah.
Real life story. Went out, put an ad in the paper, wanted to eat someone. An engineer, German engineer, agreed.
Yeah, I saw this.
He came
Yeah,
over the
that's
house,
nice.
killed him, and ate him. Signed a contract even, and then they put the guy in the jail for murder. I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh, you meant have me for dinner. I
Yes.
thought you meant have me for dinner.
Oh no, the guy signed a contract and everything. He was
Yeah,
Yeah,
willing to let
it
it
was
happen. It was
mutual.
completely
Yeah,
consensual.
they mutually agreed to cannibalism.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell
They, actually, didn't they eat parts of him together and then
They did.
he killed him?
They did.
Yeah.
And there is a movie which girls don't watch that movie.
Now, I'm going to ask the burning question.
Yes.
Because you're trusting this guy to tell you, oh no, it's okay, we agreed to this.
Well,
I don't
he
know if
did sign a contract, and they
People are
they had
weird.
video. Yeah, that's not
And
in
they were
question.
German.
Rosa. That's not in question. But my thing is, well, no. Here's my question though. Arresting him and therefore convicting him for cannibalism. I'm assuming there are laws against that. I don't know. Okay, fine, but
think
that's
so.
not what. Well, yeah, but that's not what he was convicted on. He was convicted on murder, and I don't know
Well, yeah.
that that's murder.
It is murder. To kill
How?
somebody, it doesn't matter or not, it's still murder.
So therefore,
Mur-
you are not a proponent of euthanasia.
Correct.
Well, okay. Well, there
Yeah,
you go.
because Chester, I actually do believe that in German law, if cannibalism is in fact legal, if both parties are agreeing to it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, see, I don't know about that, but they didn't convict him on that. They convicted him on murder. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you don't believe in euthanasia and Dr. Kevorkian is an absolute monster, then, well, end of conversation.
I think we need to go back to
He
invading
does call
Germany
himself
again.
Dr. Death.
Would not ghouls and wraiths and all these other things which are cannibalistic not fall into the cryptid category?
I think it should.
I've actually seen Dr. Kevorkian. He
So
was
have I.
riding his bike
Oh, in person.
on
Sorry. Okay.
in person on it was like 12 Mile near Berkeley. And let me tell you, ghoul kind of looking like it.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
no,
like H.R. Giger.
well, look at
Is Eminem
Giger.
there too?
Well, Giger's kind of a fat ghoul. But
Giger was less creepy.
Giger's like more of a goblin.
yeah,
Oh, that's
true.
true.
He's
That's
more of
kinda-
a
yeah, that's
goblin.
true.
That's true.
Alright.
That is true. And his weird kinky
Kevor-
sex parties.
Kevorkian will put a frickin' chill down your spine. Ed Geenish type chill.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, now think about this though. You get an invitation from Giger to a Giger sex orgy. Do you attend?
No.
Hell no.
No way.
God
Yeah,
knows
no.
what kind of devices that guy's gonna pull
I
out.
know, right?
And he might
Is
be
like
naked.
young Harry.
And he
Is
did-
young Deborah Harry going to be there?
Dude, he
might
did
be
a lot of
naked.
those though. A lot of European elite, and I bet you Hollywood elite too showed up to those parties, dude.
If you want to know how come Hollywood screwed up, you can look right at what people do. There you go.
It's true. Yeah. Ooh, emotion. It is interesting, especially these days with euthanasia is actually legal in Switzerland, and people are taking part worldwide in it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, here you go.
Ew,
It's
we have
good.
young
It's
people
sweet.
in Asia. I mean, come on.
I mean, euthanasia's. I mean, they're legal here too.
Are they?
I mean, they have to wait in line like everybody else.
Oh
so,
yeah. Oh yeah. It's called assisted suicide.
What?
What? Where?
No, we call it immigration.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
but we do have assisted suicide.
I didn't know that we had that. I thought that was patently illegal.
Stop saying
there-
we. You
there are
don't
people
live here
doing it.
anymore.
It depends on where you are.
Yeah,
Um,
it depends on the
By
state.
state.
Well,
I-
as it should be, though. That's America. It should be dictated by the state. That is fair.
Sure.
Well, you go to the one of the things that the complaints that are coming out now, those people are being bullied into it by their family members that they don't want to be around to wait for grandpa to die for, and use up that money when he could go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Other part about suicide for children who are depressed and want to kill themselves.
Wow.
To offer that, even without the parents' consent sometimes. So it starts to get into a really slippery slope.
Mhm.
When you start to decide that life isn't worth living, that it's okay to make money off of it, somebody's going to start pushing you to make their money.
Of course, yeah. And of course, this also proves that there's certainly no plan by the elites to eliminate human beings. None at all.
Absolutely.
Man, none.
Yeah, they not exist.
Thundero wants you to know, Amy, that you're being cute again, as usual.
Yay.
Yay. It is funny. He finds it cute. I find it diabetic.
Diabetes.
I believe that's pronounced diabolic.
Just like those elites.
I do like this Lamia Amaran's got going on, though. It's interesting, too, because he's going with the serpent-based Lamia and not the lion-based one. Because there are two different kinds of Lamia,
I've always heard of the serpent-based one.
It depends on what part of of that.
Because the serpent
that
ones
world.
are based. Didn't Michael Jackson have one as a pet?
Probably. It was a young male one.
I think the lore of Lamias are that they're all female.
I'm glad you caught the joke, Andrew. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Come a llama down, come a llama deep.
Oh well, I tried to be funny, Andrew. It'll work next time.
You try.
Yeah, I try. You see, it's about quantity over quality, Eric.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I wonder if anybody's actually eaten Lamia.
Well, it is interesting to do some research and try to understand where some of these cryptids come from, because some of them are real things that have been blown out of proportion or just simply unknown by the West. Other things are coming from other experiences, like the centaur, right? Over here in Japan, there's like the Oni is more than likely just simply mountain tribes, right? Kappa maybe as well. But the Tengu is really the most interesting one because the Tengu is quite clearly, and I can actually track this historically, is clearly the Altai people. And when you see the Tengu stories start rising here in Asia, whether they be in China, northern China, or in Japan, it's at the same time that you had the Altai collapse. And what happened with all those guys is they just basically, because they're amazing warriors, right? So they just basically turned into mercenaries. And of course, a lot of people wanted their knowledge to train, especially train princes and stuff like that. So a lot of the stories in Japan regarding the Tengu are about them training some young prince to be a great warrior and a general. But so the Tengu, you can track where the Tengu comes from. It's just the Altai people, and of course today there's still a remnant of them in their old form, with the hussars and the Polish footmen and horsemen and stuff like that. You ever seen those guys where they have those big kind of feather banners on their back? You ever seen those?
Why,
guys?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne Hussars, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
those
them. They're
yeah,
awesome.
They are. Yeah, so that's where that comes from.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead,
How'd
Rosa.
you do it? I was singing a Sabaton song. I couldn't help it.
Oh yeah, I love that song.
You are a country girl from Texas. You're not allowed to listen to Sabaton, Rosa.
I listen to Sabaton. I'm from Tennessee, so
Yes, well,
That's right.
you're breaking the rules too. Stop it.
We are.
Me and Jonathan just saw Sabaton a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
They have the best
How's their
lessons
show?
ever.
Amazing.
Well, I've only seen it 5 times. It's amazing.
Sweet. You guys aren't going to believe this, but the best stage show I ever seen in my life. Would you like to guess what band it was?
Earl Bailey.
No, but that I would be all on board for that.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh no.
Coldplay.
The Bee Gees. That's It's a little before my time, Eric.
Coldplay, without a
No,
doubt.
I've seen a lot of stuff too. Maiden puts on a great stage show. There are a lot of good shows, but you know who puts on the best damn show you've ever seen in your
Joel.
life? Earth, Wind,
Who's
and
gonna say
Fire.
Maroon 5, you
Earth,
jerk?
Wind, and
Yeah, that's
Fire.
true.
I would,
I
yeah.
can see that.
Do you remember?
It is so good, dude. It's so tight. One of the best drum solos ever seen in my life. Was in the dark. The guy had neon on. Everything was neon, and that guy's a killer drummer. That show is just badass, dude.
Nice.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah.
Better than the Doobie Brothers?
Way better.
I've never seen the Doobies live. I've seen Yes live, and they're pretty good. I've seen ELO live.
What was the Funkadelic? He was Carter. What was his name? He was like a funk dude. That had he would have a big old spaceship that would come down and land.
Yeah, something funkadelic.
Who's got the funk?
Isn't it like Dr. Funkadelic or
Parliament.
something?
No, it's
Parliament.
God.
You're thinking of Parliament.
Yes, thank you.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Mm-hmm.
You know who has a really boring stage show, but the music is so phenomenal you forget it? Journey.
Easy Top.
Oh boy.
No, Journey.
Journey?
That
Journey,
guy,
really.
what's his name? Steve Perry? That's his name,
Yeah,
right?
Steve Perry.
Yes.
Man, that might be the greatest live voice I've ever seen.
Steve Perry is awesome.
It's insane.
Is he better than Asian Steve Perry?
No, well, Asian Steve Perry is, wow, that's fair. That's a good comparison, but I mean, it's just, because when you see things live, it's not like it is when you have the CD, right? I mean, the studio. But
Mhm.
Steve
Should
Perry
be.
is genuine. It should be, but Steve Perry is genuine. I mean, it's phenomenal, that guy's voice.
Yeah.
Hops around quite a bit on stage, but yeah, he's no Steve Perry.
Who?
Purnell? The Asian Steve Perry.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I've seen him a couple times.
Well, you know
I
who's
can
really
say
good?
what the best guy is.
Well, you know who's got a absolutely killer voice, and he's just doing gymnastics that boggle the mind while singing, is Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden, dude.
Still?
Dude,
Even at like 85?
still, yeah. I mean,
Just don't
Steve Perry's
smoke
got a
pot
better
at his
voice, of
show.
course. What was that, Rod?
Just don't smoke pot at his show. He doesn't like that.
No, he's not. He's a health fitness pilot guy.
Right.
But Bruce Dickinson, he's got a really good voice, right? He does have a great voice. But that guy will do it's impossible that the way he moves on stage constantly, he's frenetic, but yet singing so well, it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I'd say the best voice I've ever seen live was Steve Perry.
I'm a Steve Perry fan myself, so yeah, I don't blame you.
No, dude's phenomenal. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That's not bad.
Oh,
Not bad.
yes.
Manhattan
Especially the
Transfer.
Christmas.
I was actually in an opening act for Manhattan Transfer.
Oh dear.
No one knows who they are, do they? Oh well.
I do. All those old people go to that show. People that wear sweaters year round go to those shows.
But Manhattan Transfer is a solid, tight band, dude. They're really good.
Are they as good as the Gypsy Kings, though?
I've never heard of them.
They lack the
Really?
sex appeal of a gypsy king.
No. Well, they are
Figured you would
very.
know the Gypsy Kings.
No, I'll have to
And
check
nor
it
do
out.
they steal children like gypsies.
Oh, fair.
I think you would know them. when you see them.
or curse people with lycanthropy. That's another
True.
gypsy problem. That was a deep cut.
Cursed, Lon Cooney Jr. Cursed.
But no, you're right. Manhattan Transfer are a bit uptight and sweatery. That's true. But they are one of the better fusion bands that ever come out, though. Anyway, I always want to see Rush, David. I never got to see Rush.
Was awesome, especially they just got nominated for a Prometheus Award, actually.
Did they?
For
No, well, it's a great band, dude. It's such a good band.
Pretty sure I've seen none of the old bands. I think Black Sabbath's about the oldest I've seen.
You've seen Sabbath. Who was in the fronting then?
There was the whole band, the main band.
So they got Ozzy back for it.
Yeah, it was in 1998. They did Ozfest in England for the first time as the original lineup. It was actually pretty amazing, to be fair. He also did his own thing afterwards. He was Black Sabbath, then Ozzy afterwards. So it was
it was Ozzy before, because during the 80s I saw.
Well, you know
Ozzy
what I mean,
times.
though.
Yeah. But actually,
that's probably the oldest one.
Well, because when I saw Sabbath, it was with Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, okay. I would have hated that if it were me, because I saw them. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Black Sabbath, really. I like some of the stuff, but it's still one of those bands I was happy to have seen.
Yeah, but who is the heart of Black Sabbath, though? It's not Ozzy.
I would say Tony.
It is Tony Iommi. It is. It's Tony. Yeah.
But I mean, that's why they carried on without Ozzy. But Ozzy was the voice, so it is hard.
I understand. But then again, the original Iron Maiden, I much prefer Bruce Dickinson. The original.
Well, he's not the first singer, though. I mean, you got the first singer, then you've got Bruce Dickinson. Then you had Blaze Bayley. He was terrible.
But how about AC/DC, right? I mean, the original voice.
Yeah, the original singer.
The Scottish guy.
Yeah.
I much prefer
because the original guy. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the most famous. I mean, he's what made them big, right? Really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was his voice. It's unique.
What's some other really good, replacement singers that were better?
It's hard. There's some made things worse and some made things better. It's like Sepultura. Their stand-in was shit compared to Escavalier. I know that's not an old band. But...
Yeah, are you talking about just old bands or
any band?
Or
current? Just a replacement singer was better. Like better. I don't know how, but you have people who will actually argue that Sammy Hagar was better than David Lee Roth. They're stupid, but there's people who have that opinion.
I would agree with that.
People have an opinion on certain people like certain cadence as a voice, though.
Yeah.
Like certain people hate some people's tone. There's people I can't stand to listen to. It grates on me and people like it. So
I prefer Van Hagar to Van Halen.
Oh, you are a sinner, sir.
Right now.
It was an audible gasp right there.
Sammy's better.
Dude, Bill and Ted are turning over in their graves.
They are. They are. No, David, it was way more than Sammy, as far as just the charisma, the personality.
He was just a great front man in general.
Yeah, he was. All the youngins are like, "Who the hell are you talking about? I saw him. He's a grandpa." Yeah.
You're watching DTV.
You know who for me is I just don't know exactly how to classify it, is Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses.
Axl Rose is an amazing singer.
I would classify him as an avian.
Fair.
He's a ferret.
He is, and he's such a troublemaker. He's so full of himself, but he's
an asshole
awesome,
as well. If you've ever met him, he's a fucking asshole. He used to be anyway. I mean, I've met him a long time ago, and he's an asshole.
You know who's another asshole that
he's got over it. He's got over himself now. But
Neil Young's an absolute prick.
Harry's a big Hitler fan.
It wouldn't surprise me. But Axl Rose is he's hard to put a finger on because he is a phenomenal frontman.
Yeah.
But it's also like with Sebastian.
When he
I mean, I'm not a massive Guns N' Roses fan,
but
end of their tour. Yeah, he did a really good job with that. I mean, I'm not a massive fan, but I can appreciate what he does. When I was a kid, I liked Guns N' Roses because they swore. That's why I liked them.
They got some killer tracks, though, dude.
They do. I have some of the.
I don't know.
Really
I don't know if I can agree with that.
Is quite good.
You don't think there's any good tracks from Guns N' Roses?
I do not like Guns N' Roses.
The first album is amazing. Lies. Was it Lies, the first album? That album's fucking amazing.
Appetite for Destruction.
Rabbit, we need to
Appetite Destruction
Rabbit.
is also very good.
We
as
need
well.
to clarify something, Rabbit. Andrew, are you a Tesla fan?
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I know.
Okay, fine. I've actually
The
when I
car
was
or
doing
the
the
inventor?
Eastern Circuit, when I was playing with the machine, I actually opened for Tesla and Extreme, Mr. Big.
Oh, Extreme, that
Yeah.
shit.
Now, dude, I became really good friends with Nino. That is a killer guitar player, dude.
It doesn't matter about the guitar player.
But I played with all that kind of glam hair. I don't know. They're not even heavy metal, are they? Hair rock, I guess.
Oh, glam metal.
No, it's not metal.
I don't know.
No.
It's the
Oh,
era
then,
when
yeah,
they were
if
out.
it's not
is
glam
what they
metal,
were,
then it's
right?
yeah, then it's to be glam rock.
I open up for the Black Crows as well. Yeah,
Nice.
anybody remember them?
They're not bad. Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, sorry. I can't bring up my name to fame. No one's heard of the people I've played with, like Skindred. I played with them. No one's probably even heard of them.
I know Skindred.
Well, I mean, Andrew might have heard of them, but
Well, I just was in a band that was touring the Eastern Circuit, so
I've just done metal bands. I've
I
opened
was
for a
just
lot
the
of metal
saxophone player.
bands, but well, I wasn't. I was a front man, but
Take that.
Yeah.
Take that. I was
Take
a
that,
front man.
yacht owner.
He would have got more money than me because he's a saxophone player and they get paid.
Oh, we
Session
do.
musicians, yeah.
Dude, you know how much I got a
Jesus.
set? Would you like to guess how much I was paid a set?
No, I don't want to know. It'll make me sick.
$4.50.
No, $1,000.
That is a lot for a musician.
Yeah, we had a lot of money.
$1,000.
More than the band probably got paid to play.
Oh, we get paid. I get like 12 grand when I do background on an album.
Yeah, it sucks. That's why I wish I was a session musician, but I just couldn't get on with theory, so I never did my grades and all that.
Yeah, well.
I can read it for piano, but that's about it as far as I could be bothered to take it.
Yeah, you need to be able to, be given a piece of music and everyone instantly is
Yeah,
hitting it at
exactly.
pro level.
Exactly. That's it. And it's just like I just prefer to just enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like to just what do you mean? I'm not what's the word? I'm not academical, if that makes sense. I can't. It doesn't. I just do things.
You ain't got
That's
no
how I
good
do
learning.
things.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, I can play music and I can write good songs. I just can't do it that way.
Yeah, but to be fair, Rabbit, I prefer what I do now, and I'm just like
Yeah,
a
well,
semi-pro now, right?
I know, but it would have been good if I'd have got into it when I was younger to make the money out of it. Because I can play bass, I can play guitar, I can play a bit of drums, I can play piano. I can play multiple instruments. I just couldn't be bothered to do it properly. I just did it how I like. If I'd have done it properly, I could have made more money on it.
I would, whenever I've done studio work, and I've done a little bit, and I actually played a saxophone also, and alto, bass, and tenor. And I found that most of the time I would just improvise. If you were actually doing a set and you get up there and you do what you want to do, when somebody hands me sheet music, because it is a lot harder. But if somebody just goes, we're going to be doing this riff and you're going to, go in here and improvise it. Oh, I can throw that down all day. That's fun.
I'm sorry.
That's different though. I can improvise.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Rosa. Session musicians never improvise.
I know.
You have to do exactly what you're told. You have to do it. That's why.
sucks.
That's why they get the money though.
It sucks.
I love
and
it.
you get some. Yeah, improvising is better, but that's what's more being a musician, which is what I prefer.
Yeah.
Dude,
just playing what you want.
Rabbit. The Tower of Power, they have a brass section, and their tenor sax player broke his leg and couldn't go on the tour, so they did like a snap, interviews in New York. I was in New York, of course, at the time, and I went and tried out, and I got it. Would you like to know how much I got paid for a 6-month tour?
Again, no, not at all.
$8.50
Yeah, a lot of money, dude.
plus a per diem.
And I was just in the brass section.
I mean, session musicians have always made the money. It's So unless you somehow make it with big with a fan base, you're not going to make money as a musician unless you're a session musician.
Yeah, no, of course,
That's just the way
it's
it is.
nowhere near as much as the bands who hit it big, though. I mean,
Oh
that's
no,
a
of course,
different
yeah,
level of money.
but it's like it's them, then you, and then everybody else.
That's true. Well, would you guys like to guess where the worst city in America is for making? I mean, city, not little town. The worst city in America for making money as a musician is? You'd never guess it.
New York, I'll bet.
Some more.
New Orleans.
New Orleans. There you go. On
Well,
the nose.
Did I really get it? He is.
Yes. New Orleans is awful, dude. I actually played at the Doors, and several other very famous jazz spots in New Orleans, Bourbon Street, and other. But what's the name of that northern one? Well, anyway, I played a lot of those places, and I made hardly any money at all. I made more money being a bouncer at the Temple than I did with all the music I did when I was in New Orleans.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks. It's weird because you would expect that would be like one of the best places, right, to make money. It's not.
Oh yeah, great live music scene.
Oh, it's amazing.
Hey, it's not going to help you as a musician.
But there's literally 1,000 saxophone players or whatever instrument you play right behind you.
And they all know how to play when the Saints come marching in.
They do.
Yeah.
Yes. It's fun. The New Orleans style is interesting. I much prefer Chicago jazz, to be honest with you, Chicago blues.
But they put the sauce on top of the saxophone, right?
They do. Yes. Yes. But it was a lot of fun being a session musician, though, Rabbit. It's very restrictive. You don't have any freedom, but it was fun.
But you
though,
get
man.
to play all the time, and you can make a living out of it, right?
can,
It's like me playing music. Like when I was younger, sure, you could make money out of it, but nowadays it sucks in this country to try and do it. That's why I'm releasing stuff online. That's why I'm building my stuff up for my album coming out. So when I can release it, I can at least make some money on it. So I want to go and play not in England.
Well, I mean, over here in Japan, I think the most I got paid for anything was the Cornucopia album, and that was only 50 grand.
That's still something.
Yeah, but it's not very good.
I see, man. Everything I've done is indie, so it's all been for love. So it's like just.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm the lead. I was the lead. This was an instrumental band, and I'm the saxophone lead, right? And so I got paid more than anybody else in the band, and only 50 grand for an actual cut album. That's pretty low.
Those bastards.
So here in Japan doesn't pay well, as my point as well, Rabbit.
Yeah. Europe and America. Well, I don't know if America's like that, but I know Europe's really good.
Well, that's why I started my production company, because I was sick of not making any money with music. So I said, screw it, I'll make it on the back end.
Well, I mean, we're releasing everything ourselves, so.
There you go. Like I used to do, I haven't done it in a while, but I used to do some really big events, and because of COVID, right? But I had some really, really big events, and I could get in like a top level Japanese band or act for like 10 grand. I mean, top end. I don't mean they're a little bit nostalgic, so they're a little bit older, but 10 grand is so cheap, dude. I got the Pink Ladies for 10 grand.
Cool.
Really?
Wow. Like the ones that had that failed TV show in the 70s, Pink Ladies?
Well, they're the classic Pink Ladies. They're the ones who did. They're very famous here. Big band. They're the ones that did the Mothura.
Right.
Those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those girls. I had well, it was half of the Shonen Knife I had at a show.
Do you ever have Seatbelts play? I always like them. They're the ones that did Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. They're a freaking amazing band.
No, I haven't, but because usually I do like blues and rock. But you guys know Shonen Knife.
Well, they're blues.
Yeah,
they're blues
I've heard of
jazz.
Shonen Knife.
Yeah, I know Shonen Knife. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, they were in that girl, the lead girl for them. She's a bit older, but I don't know how I didn't ask. But her younger sister was with them at the time, and I've seen her. I've had her at other events as well. And she's way younger. I don't know how that worked out, but she's much, much younger. But damn, that's one of the cutest Japanese girls I've ever seen, dude. And she can play.
Oh,
She's
so,
a mad guitar player too. Mad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Smoking, dude.
Well, that must be fun.
Yeah, sure. And she was a nice kid too.
Aw. Well, that's good. Did she ever get to play with her sister?
Oh yeah, no, I had her. She was with her sister when I had shown a knife at the concert on the Rock, and I've had her in many of my smaller lounge stuff.
Oh, fun.
She's kind of a local,
So
somewhat local.
how do you enjoy putting together like shows instead of being on them? Is it fun being on the other side of the camera, so to
no.
speak?
I'm in them as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, of course, it's an opportunity to play.
I wrote to play.
Like
Dogma
any,
playing. Used to
of
play.
course, dude. But when I first started, of course, it was hard. It was difficult, but now it's very easy, just like anything else.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Do you like cooking or hate cooking?
Oh no, my catalog is so large now that it not only can does the bookings go quite easily. I can speak to other bands who I've known for decades, and they will suggest things in their area. So my book grows bigger and bigger all the time.
Well, it's just the logistics of it. I think that's what's the difference. If you're doing it, are you doing it strictly in Japan, or are you going over?
Oh no,
also?
just here in Japan, mainly in Kyushu. I do a few things like I've been done Fuji a couple times, but mainly here in Kyushu. But that's why I have a secretary for Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so much different here in the United States. When my brother goes on tour, he's literally like he'll be up in Minnesota, then he's trying to head towards the West Coast, and this is a dude that's rolling his own van, things like that, and it's just really tough. Doing logistics is probably the hardest thing about booking, and I think what really up a lot of players. I don't know about Rabbit, but I know that out here it's like getting the money to get the gas and everything else. It's just so hard.
Oh no, yeah, but that's I have trucks and I have stage equipment and I have stages. I have all that kind of stuff I bought over the years. So I could put it on a full on festival. I do.
Nice.
But I've put on many festivals. Actually, Night Rock is probably one of our best festivals. It's quite popular. We have a lot of one of the things I do with that is we have yatais, which are like food tents that come down, and but at that one I always have a variety of different beer tents. So
In, this,
you can
in these food
sample.
tents, can you get takoyaki?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and yakitori and all kind of stuff. Yeah, no, they're fun. They're great fun events. The only time I've ever had any kind of it wasn't really trouble because I yelled at him, but the only trouble I ever had because I had this when I do those big events, I rent one of those generators. It's basically a trailer, like a semi truck trailer,
Yeah.
and they'll come and drop it on the site, right? And it's a generator, and it'll power, a small town, right? So, and I had one of those, and what they showed, a group showed up to one of my very first night waves that I did. It's called Night Wave, not Night Rock. That's right. But one of the first ones I had showed up, and they're in Japan. They're a group that wants the emperor back. They would what you would call an alt-right, I guess. And they wanted to come and protest and make noise that foreigners, because there was like 3 foreigners there, so they were going to complain about it. They come and they parked in next to my damn generator, and that's what caught my attention because I have like at that event I got like 120 volunteers running around. Right, that's how you do it, by the way, Eric. You don't pay anybody shit. Okay. Anyway,
yeah, damn straight.
Damn straight. But my main concern, because I had a mic in my head, then I can change channels and I can communicate quite easily because I'm backstage. I was keeping an eye on that generator the whole time because that thing is expensive. And those guys parked up next to that, and I didn't like anyone being near it. So I came up and asked them what the hell they're doing, and they start yelling at me in Japanese about me being a stupid foreigner, and I got aggressive. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They left.
Oh, okay. Was it your ears?
No, I rented it.
Oh, okay.
Delicious, delicious ears.
This man that just towers over them just comes out of the woodworks, be like, "Raw!"
And I speak
Get away
Japanese.
from my generator.
Yeah, they're surprised by that. You know who are the most shocked when they hear you speak their language? The Chinese.
Yeah.
They think we're all stupid, and there's no way we could possibly learn their language because we're a bunch of dogs. Yep. Oh well. But did you when you were here in Japan, Andrew? Did you ever meet any of those? I don't even know what you call them. Those imperialists, I guess.
No, I honestly had no idea. Believe it or not, I didn't even know that was an issue.
The ones that ride around the big gray, dark gray or black buses with the Japanese war flag and the big speakers on the roof and just blaring old war music.
No, the only actually it was just the opposite. When I was walking around Tokyo, and there was vans going by with big speakers, but
that's politics, yeah.
But yeah, it was just like welcome foreigners. We love America, like, and stuff like that. It was great.
Now these guys are like actual alt-rights.
Yeah. Not the boogeyman ones.
Yeah, real ones. Yeah, they're so stupid. Oh my god, they pissed me off, dude. I lost it. Anyway.
Not because you were a foreigner and they hated you, but because they parked next to your generator.
Damn right, dude. Do you know how much those things cost a night?
Get off my
More than a set saxophone player?
Yeah, $5,000, $5,000 a night.
Whoa!
Wow.
And I put that Nightwave show I put on. I do well. COVID, we haven't done it in a few years, but I put that on every year. And that thing I've got down to a science, but I'm still putting out 50 to 55 grand to put that show on, to just my cost.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should get the Hoff to show up with his car. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And fit the name.
Yeah, and he could sing in German.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be pretty good.
Probably would be.
Hey, kids, your mom and dad might remember me.
Yeah, Kit was awesome.
Yep.
Let's see. I take it Chester never met or booked X. I don't know what X is.
X.
Probably not.
Give it to you.
I guess so. But I do know that I had a year or so ago we were doing because I'm not allowed. The Japanese government won't let me do outside events, right? But I still can do indoor stuff. And I was booking an indoor event up in Fukuoka and in Tenjin. And someone was really trying to get me to get some band on. I really don't know. It's a bunch of girls screaming. It's called Baby Metal.
Yeah.
They're good.
Baby Metal's great.
Spice Girls?
Yeah, it's basically
They're in
Japanese metal
overly
version.
popular.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I've seen Baby
The
Metal.
music that they play is amazing.
Yeah,
but
we've
if
seen
it
Baby
was
Metal
played
live
by a
before.
real metal singer, it'd be great.
Well, the thing is
I always think that the
I did
musicians are
listen
very
to it.
talented.
It did not fit with the other blues rock sets.
No.
No,
yeah.
I can imagine not.
No way.
But my band will, and you can ship us over. There you go.
I actually in the
You
morning.
need a bit of grunge in Japan, I'm sure.
Well, in the morning sets, I actually had a band called Swing Caravan, and they are an homage to Django Reinhardt. I do not think Django Reinhardt goes with Baby Metal.
Maybe Baby Metal's lucky. That's okay.
Baby Metal is just
Django Reinhardt
a
has
name.
his own Funko Pops.
He should. He's a freaking legend.
I never understood by Baby Metal. I loved Mad Capture Markets, one of my favorite Japanese bands. I don't know if you know. I mean, I'm assuming some of you know Mad Capture Markets.
No.
No, I've hung out and they're like proper. They came over here and quite a lot of places. They toured. Some, like I say, I met them in Rock City. They wanted to smoke our weed. It was quite funny. They were fucking amazing. They're like it's like industrial punk metal is the only way to describe Mad Capture Markets. I suppose they're quite old now. I suppose but have a look at them, Andrew.
Okay.
Have a look
Okay.
at Mad Capture
Yeah, I'll check 'em
Markets.
out.
You'll probably really like them. Fucking phenomenal band.
You know,
Sounds good.
you might know this one, Rabbit. I had Cha, Guitar Wolf, at one event.
Guitar Wolf, yeah.
Oh wow.
Everybody knows Guitar Wolf. They saved the world.
You know what was it? What is it? Wild Zero? Like
Wild Zero, best zombie movie ever made.
Yeah, man, I like that punk blues band, and they're literally a real band in Japan. Japanese
He's
band.
Cha is one of the best guitar players in Japan, and he's actually I don't know. There's some weird bromance between my guitar player and him. They've known each other forever, but I was able to get him through my guitar player.
Yeah, he was on tour with who was it? Brian Setzer, like a year or two ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's
He's
pretty
amazing,
awesome.
dude. He's
'Cause
amazing.
they're both like so good, and they're just like in all of each other.
You know, I also I don't know if you know this guy, but I have him and he and I are good friends. He's been in my events for 20 years. Sano Masano is also shows up at a lot of my stuff. That dude is another ridiculous level guitar player. He's kind of like that. Oh God, what was his name? My brain is leaving me. He's a really great guitar player. Died back in the late 80s, early 90s. Famous for being a guitar player.
Oh, shit.
Kurt Cobain.
Pipeline. He
Exactly.
did Pipeline. He did Pipeline.
Tony McAlpin?
No. God damn it, he's such an amazing guitar player too. It's killing me.
What style
Blues,
did he
blues.
play?
He's an amazing blues guitar player. He did Pipeline.
At least that narrows it down. I don't know because I don't really listen to blues.
Well, anyway, he's a freaking legend. But Sano is like a carbon copy of him.
There's a lot of really good
Stevie
Japanese
Ray Vaughan.
musicians out there.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff for the save.
Yeah.
You say it's a cool thing. I would have known that right away. Gypsy, Voodoo Baby. Whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I just could only think of Pipeline because that's a freaking amazing
Just
song.
was like he drank coffee once. Remember him?
Well, I actually saw him at the Blue Planet Festival.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
I also
Stevie Ray.
I was playing with Two Step at that time, and another person that was at that festival was Frank Zappa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't have any claim to fame of bands I've seen.
Holy
The only
moly.
band I've ever seen that pisses anybody off is because I saw Pantera.
Well, I just
But
saw
that
him
just
at a
pisses
distance,
metalheads
Rabbit.
off.
I didn't talk to her or nothing. He was there.
Yeah, I saw Leonard Nimoy at a distance too.
Sweet. I've never done that.
He
That'd be
came to-
awesome. At a
He came to
That'd be
Australia
awesome.
for
Then you got
Carnival.
close and found out it was Zachary Quinto.
Oh God. That's a
No,
shame.
no, it was the real Leonard McCoy. Leonard Nimoy.
nice.
That's neat.
Leonard McCoy.
Almost said McCoy.
It's a perfect combination. They had
Leonard
morphed
McCoy.
into environmental logic. Okay. Anyway, it's time, Jeff.
Oh, you didn't give us any warning.
I don't have
That's
to.
fine. I gave a drawing like an
Here's your
hour ago.
warning.
Oh, put down the pencils.
This
Mr.
was an art
Motion.
show / music show. Anyway,
Mr. Motion seems rather disappointed with us, though. I'm sorry, sir. I do apologize. Yeah.
No.
It's not my fault. Yeah. I thought I heard an Elrod earlier. Did he come in and then leave?
Elrod's been here the
doing?
whole time.
Elrod's
What are
been
you
here
on
for
about?
like
Good God.
an hour.
Who's Elrod?
Oh, well,
He's
he's there. He is. He's not sharing.
He has
Seen this
his
Biden.
Japanese whiskey, and then
All right, let's go take a share. Elrod is my point. All right, let me come up here, Jeff. Let's take a look, see what Andrew did. Let's take a look. Oh wow, I kind of liked it better before you put all the color on it. Actually,
Really?
yeah, it's
Like
too
if
dark
I-
now. It's too muddy.
Well,
Wait,
I kind of like
Nick-
want to obscure
Yeah,
it.
that. Yeah, it's
Oh.
better.
You think so?
I think.
I don't
so.
know.
Color back on. I'm
I think it's like creepier when
I get what Chester's saying though. It's a lot more readable when it's not got that.
Yeah.
Sure, but either way, it's fine.
The Legend of the
I know.
Wendigos, and
I
is that
know,
something
it's
nobody's
just-
seen
yeah,
like a
I
good
like
look of it?
Kind of like the dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
well-
I don't think there's anything wrong with either one of them. I just get why Chester's saying that.
You know
his
what might-
unartistic eyes.
You know what might help this, Andrew, is
What's
if
that?
you brighten the eye spot a little.
What the blacked out eyes?
The eyes, just make them brighter.
Oh, you mean those
Make them
little
brighter.
dots?
Yeah, little
Really?
dots. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, let me get in
How
there.
about- I know. Well, we'll see if it makes it less creepy. Oh,
I mean, that's
making
as
them
bright as
bright
they get.
white. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it does bring the skull out better, and I kind of get the more idea of hiding the shadowing.
It
the
does
rest.
give the glimpse. Yeah, you do get that
Yeah.
glint in the eyes.
Yeah, it's better. But it's still
It's hard
great,
to see on
though.
such a small screen.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's real
Yeah.
good.
Other than the feet, Wendigo don't have feet.
Well, I
How do
mean,
you know?
Because
Like you've
why-
seen one?
they
that's
might
what
not be
the
his
Indians
feet.
say.
He took
Well,
someone
well,
else's feet.
That's what
They're
Lord
always
Luttrell
drunk.
said.
Why do you
First of
believe
all,
them?
they're Native Americans. Come on, Chester.
Second of all, they're always drunk.
Hey, just be that's true. And just be happy I didn't say Injun. Okay?
You
InGen.
bastard.
Isn't
They're
that
man.
locomotive
do?
Americans, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but they're also a lot of them are making the monies off of the casinos. So who gets
That's
the
what I
last
would do.
laugh?
But not off of Wendigos, because we are.
That's true. That is true. But if you
The
guys like
Wendigo
what
Casino.
if you like what Andrew's done, please vote from the straw poll. It is cool. Let's see here. Amy, Jeff, what has Amy done here? It's a worm. Is it a lindworm?
All right, where's my pink? What?
Lindworm, the Scandinavian dragon.
It looks like a Pokemon to me.
It does look like a Pokemon.
Hey, yes, it does,
That's
Sam.
pretty safe. No, this is Tessie from Earthbound. She's a cousin of Nessie,
Oh.
and she helps.
Oh, I didn't see the water. Okay.
Oh, okay. I
Uh,
can't. It's the angle.
monkey.
It looks like an undulating snake, but it actually has a midsection that I can't really make out. Okay, I get it. Okay. So
It's
all
the
right.
monkey on the head that threw me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
It's a killer
It's Bubble
bubblegum
Monkey.
Bubblegum monkey. Yeah. Yeah,
He's about to jump off and rip that guy's head off
that's true.
Well,
and munch on his insides.
no.
Boys, keep at him.
Well, well, it's the foreshadowing of the leaf. Amy.
Yeah.
The foreshadowing of the leaf.
Yes.
That sounds like literature.
Leaf in ancient Greek culture meant certain death.
Yes, it did. Bloody
By
death.
monkey specifically.
Specifically,
You
Monkey.
don't know about that, but
I don't know, I mean,
some
monkeys are dangerous. Have you not watched Outbreak?
no, I haven't seen that one. But
What about
Bubble
zombies?
What about
Oh,
28
yeah.
days later?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess nobody's played Earthbound.
No.
No.
I'm very
I
familiar.
played Monkey Ball. That
Super NES
reminds me of one of
classic.
the monkeys from Monkey Ball.
Oh,
Donkey
yes, I
Kong.
played Monkey Ball. Oh, so cool! If you had a little T-shirt, you could see it from that angle. But no, it's Tessie and Bubble Monkey and Jeff.
Bubble Monkey. Is
Bubble
that what it's
Monkey.
called? Bubble Monkey.
Got something
Yeah,
named Bubble.
that's his name. Bubble Monkey.
I'm totally on board with it.
I'm
Very
going to
nice.
stop thinking about names for my characters and just name them
Bubble
what
monkey.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Bubble Monkey.
With the name
Anyway, if you
Walking sword.
if you like what Amy's done, please vote
Flying
for the
gun.
straw poll. All right, so moving
Bubble
along
Monkey.
here. Armoron has added color.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't do that. He didn't like color.
I do like color.
Yeah.
So his
Yay!
manga naga.
I do
Oh,
have a
yeah.
question though, Armoron. How does she slither about with breasts
Oh.
that large? What if they get caught on
Easy.
things like rocks?
No,
She bounces.
they won't.
They won't. Oh, do that again. That was cool. Do that again. Oh, yeah, there it is. That is cool. I love
Yeah.
this action stuff you guys are adding. It's neat. See, Melissa, you have inspired them.
Yeah, even I've been doing some animation.
I've been doing alternate faces for ages.
Oh, okay. So you had nothing to do with Melissa. Take that.
Not those kind of faces.
Yes.
Or
It is cool, though. It is very cool. If you guys like what Armron has done, please vote for him the straw poll. Sweet. Very nice. Let's move on to the Hawkins. And he's got a Wendigo in the woods with an apple. I don't understand.
It's a heart. He's getting ready to eat it.
It's an apple.
It's Snow White.
You know, Eric, I heard that Wendigos don't have feet, so this is a pretty terrible
It's
drawing.
wrong.
Well, technically,
My
he
Wendigo-
doesn't have feet. He's got hooves.
He's got a deer hoof, so that is different than a foot.
He's got
It still
his there.
counts as a foot, though.
He is one of the unclean. Okay. So apple Wendigo. Everybody get on board. If you like it, vote for him in the straw poll. I don't understand the apple though.
Oh,
Just going.
I forgot the other drawing.
Okay.
Sour tomato.
Okay. Now let's move on here to Elrod and see what he's been up to. Ooh, he's got a Captain Marvel. That's very cryptid.
He's not alive. I can't
We'll
see
go
him.
with the
Can't
first
see
one.
him.
Hang on.
Okay.
The first thing I did was the elusive Rickroll.
Oh yes, yes.
Rickroll.
Found at your favorite sushi restaurants. That's true.
Then I did a season 4 Bionic Man surrounded by Bigfoot,
That's
a
true.
Mothman,
That is
a
true.
Loch Ness monster,
Yes.
a gray alien, and Next Gen. Because I don't see JD.
That's true. What happened, JD? He was here. Something happened to him.
The Next Gen is running from the gray. He's probably going to do something perverted to Next Gen because, you know, in honor of JD, that's what usually happens.
That's true. That is true. And that is great. That's such a good take on the
It's season 4
Bionic Man.
Bionic Man because he has the mustache.
The horrible mustache. And the Sasquatch looked good too, dude. But yeah, Bionic Man was great. I love that show. You know, I had
Sasquatch,
Elrod,
good buddy.
I had the capsule that with Bionic Man, and you look through his eye, you could replace his.
Yeah, I had that too.
Yeah, I think it was awesome, dude.
The hole in the back of his head so you can see through his eye.
Yeah. It came
But
in like
later
a
you
space
said-
capsule. Yeah.
You'd sit that thing, sit there with that thing up to your eye, going.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, dude. That was a great toy.
Run really slow, Steve. Someone's in trouble.
You know what? I am a little bit disappointed, Elrod. I kind of half expected a critter out of you, as in the Cryptids.
Oh, I thought you meant critters as in critters.
Yes,
I
critters.
thought you meant the fright.
I could have drawn a Krite. They're freaking one of my favorite horror
Is it
movies as
Krites?
well.
Did I get that wrong? I might
They're
have.
called Krites.
The
They are
Krites.
Krites, yeah.
It's such a great
The
movie,
movie's
dude.
Critter, but they're called Krites, yeah.
Yeah, Krites.
I
love
would
that
have
movie.
loved to have done that. Why did no one tell me that?
Sorry.
Because they're not cryptids.
No, they're movie creatures. I know. But I would have loved. I was drawing Chucky, but I got told that wasn't the one either.
Gremlin?
Well, Gremlin would be, yeah. And you could
Gremlin,
have
but-
you could have made him bullywugs
That's fine. I
or
don't mind doing
bender
whatever.
snatches.
I didn't really
Well,
try. I just
Next
wanted to
Gen
chat.
took up too much real estate to
That's
add
true.
too many more
Next Gen, he kind of takes up all
Awesome.
the limelight. That's true. That
Oh, I'm
alien
gonna have to
does
draw
look
a
like he's up to
Craig.
something suspiciously perverted, though. He does, though.
Yeah, because it's a JD and they're always up to something perverted.
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true. Sasquatch is having a good old time, though. That's good.
Yeah.
the planet Phallus.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you like what Elrod has done, please vote for him in the straw poll. That's awesome. Let's move over here to Honey. Honey. Free fries for cryptids. That's you're asking for trouble there.
Almost animal friends. It's just missing
Okay.
the blood.
That's so cute.
We got
Okay,
an
so we
eye
have-
switch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So the idea is, well, the jackalope is friends with this little Patty. She's a platypus. She thinks she's a cryptid, but
They don't know how to break it
But
to
they
her.
don't know. They don't know how to
she
break it
used
to
to
her.
be. She used to be. Yeah.
She used to be.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't know. Do they tell her? Do they just let it ride? Or is that the
Probably just give her fries.
Just probably just give her fries.
Maybe her
Yes.
jackalope drinking.
That's true. It kind of seems like the Squatch is a little bit intolerant, but the jackalope is sympathetic.
Yeah. He feels like is he getting cheated or does he want to make a scene? He's a little grumpy, but he's like
Typical Squatch.
Typical. Although I
So
love the
weird.
jackalope though. That is super cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that the rabbit thing?
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's a very
That's my
American
fist also.
Midwest rabbits with antlers.
Okay.
Yeah. They're very
Kind of
yeah.
nail
I
things earlier.
Well, I wonder where you think that came out of. We do have those miniature gazelle in the Midwest. Do you think it might have been coming out of those? They're very little.
Like if you had a really large hair and then a really little
There's
ear.
little gazelle popping around, maybe from a distance, so they didn't recognize me. Thought it was a rabbit that was jumping around that way.
Yeah.
Well, because
Like
the
a farm
hair.
like a set situation.
Well, the hares in the Midwest are the size of a medium dog. I mean, they're quite large, and the
Yeah.
gazelle are about the same size, and they have those kind of weird little hooked horns like you have here. I just kind of wonder if that was the misconception, maybe. Something
Maybe.
simple.
That kind of makes sense. Like prairie dogs. They thought they were little dogs, but they're actually squirrels.
Oh, talking about horrible monstrous creatures again. Don't get me on groundhogs.
Very.
Don't like them either.
No.
I have no idea anything about groundhogs other than the movie with Bill
Okay,
Murray.
this is an American
That's
conversation.
all I know. Yeah, I know. I get that.
Okay.
We have
But
badges.
anyway, I think it's awesome. Thank you very much, honey. And if you guys like what she's done, vote for her in straw poll. Let's see who's next. Ooh, Kima. Kima actually did a super cutie thing today, which is interesting.
Oh, that's no. I no.
You were to accept the keen cute.
Well, you know what you
That's
should
wrong.
do, Kima? You should turn that into an emoji and put it on our channel, our Discord channel. Seriously.
Aw. You mean I gotta take the little baby Wendigo from my comic and make it an emoji? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I
that would
think it'd
so
be great.
cute.
I'd
Kim
use
is
it.
cheat. Not only is she doing cute stuff, she's also cheating.
She is. So, as usual. I love the red
Well, I mean, you know.
eyes. Look how well she pulled off the reflection in those eyes, man. It's really good.
Well, she kind of had to
That's
cheat.
pretty
She
good.
was cooking a moose.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
She failed to pass the moose over
You
this
know,
way.
I've
though.
had deer, elk, and bear, but I've never eaten moose.
Oh, it was delicious, rabbit. I enjoyed every bite of it.
There we go.
No, yep.
He ate the whole moose.
Nope, not fair. I need to eat. I would eat the whole moose. Have you ever had a moose on to eat a whole leg? You know, stick it on the grill.
Well, you
Well,
know, for a party.
Yeah, for a
Oh,
party, but not for
that
one
sounds
person.
great. Well, I mean, you know, you just don't eat for a few days and then just eat some.
Well, it's
or
a
lots of
herbivore.
moose.
I'm sure it's
You
tasty.
know, get the English mustard out. You're good.
Yeah, no,
There you
that's
go.
fair. That is fair. Well, if you guys like what Kim has done, please vote for her in the straw poll. I think it's great. I really think you should make it an emoji. I think it's awesome.
I
Let's
want to
see
move
here.
that foot
I
to
will
the
show
behind
you.
of the tail.
I will show you
Sorry.
Jason's face.
To
Smile.
Jason's face. Who's Jason?
Mr. Motion.
Oh, there we go.
He's the ginger. He's our resident ginger.
Thank you.
He puts his-
Because we
I
love
haven't bothered
gingers.
putting my camera
Rosa
on
is
in
the
fucking
ginger too,
ages.
but I don't know if she's natural.
I am actually a ginger. Yes, I am.
Okay, so we
I
have
am-
two. We're extra blessed. Extra blessed.
Okay. I have to tell you this then. Wednesday I was at church, right? I was just my own business, reading my book. I was actually reading Common Sense, by the way.
Oh.
And all of a sudden this lady out of nowhere comes up to me and tells me about redhead syndrome.
What?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's basically if it's okay. So here's the thing. Sometimes people get this thing where they're at first they have a different color hair, you know, like brown or maybe blonde, and it just turns into red hair, and they have this some sort of disease. I guess she figured since I had red hair, I had the thing.
What?
So
I'm confused already.
I was confused myself. I just wanted to read my book.
Oh,
But
oh,
but anyway, I'm actually natural, so I'm fine. So
I had red hair when I was a baby, and then I didn't have red hair.
Well, see,
Then I
that's
had
actually
blonde
what
hair,
mostly
then I had brown
happens.
hair.
Yeah, my
That's
daughter.
that's mostly what happens is people have red hair and then they grow out of it, not grow into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
right.
I don't know many redhead
Well,
people.
I have the proper
I've
hair
been out
color,
with a
which
redhead.
is dirty
And then
blonde.
nuts.
That's the correct color. Isn't
So
that
I
right,
have a
Amy?
question. So redhead girls are nuts, right? I mean, that's my
Oh,
experience
yes,
from
but
dating
my
them,
God, dude.
right? But are redhead guys nuts as well from the opposite side, or they're just chilled like
Well, I guess
normal
that's fair.
guys?
Yes, he said yes.
Okay, cool. So all redheads are just fucking nuts. Okay,
Well, I've
that's
only
fine.
dated one redhead,
I've always
and she
have
was insufferable.
Australian
she was
gingers,
nuts
watch
though,
out.
right?
Australian
Watch
gingers, you
out.
gotta watch out for. They are,
Really?
they can be crazy. Yeah, they can be. They want to fight.
Dude, trust me.
They want to fight everyone.
English redheads are nuts too. Fucking
Yeah,
guaranteed.
I don't know what it is. But I tell you
we're
what,
lucky
though,
to
an attractive redheaded
Redhead.
woman. I don't know if you can beat that, dude.
No, you're not wrong.
yeah,
But it's also what is it? Red for danger, fire, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. Yeah, nature's natural warning.
it is.
Well, we're lucky to have Rosa and Nathan
That's
and my
true.
sister.
I just will confirm.
Thank you, Amy.
Rosa's crazy, so just write that down.
Yeah, there we go. We know Rosa's nuts. That's fine.
Okay.
that
Yeah,
red.
it's funny. I never understood why because this is a new thing for me, right? But since coming back into the Western world here on YouTube, this whole ginger thing, being soulless and all that kind of stuff, I never heard that in my life, and I was like, where the hell did that
South
come
Park.
from? Where
It
did it
comes from
come
South
from?
Park.
South Park. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, it's not probably just, but South Park fucking owned it.
Ginger
It was
virus.
funny. I mean, come on, everyone must have found that fucking funny, even the gingers.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yes, because redheads are really no different than anyone else, right?
No, they're not. It was just the way they did it, So
Anyway,
good.
let's move on here. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to show Mr. Motions in a second. But Rabbit is doing a bar heist, which is very cool. I like it. I really
Yeah, I
needed
really
the
like
whole
that.
body though, dude, because you can't tell that it's supposed to be a bar heist because you can't see the dog body.
Yeah, well,
It almost looks like a bat.
It's
got like a
Yeah, it
bat.
looks like a
werewolf,
bat.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the man bat. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the amount of reference photos for them is actually kind of silly. So I just did it for my head instead. I didn't look at reference, so I just couldn't be. But I'm I was working. I'm tired. I can't be bothered.
There
I
is
just did something easy.
Well, there's a Dungeons and Dragons, representation of the bar heist. You'd probably love that.
You can see part of his body, right? There's the
Yeah,
upper
a little
body, and
bit.
there's
It
his
just
arm.
doesn't read instantly, though.
Yeah, well, I was lazy and I finished after an hour. That's the way
For
it works.
laziness, that's pretty good for laziness. So
That's true, James. Paul would have helped, yeah. But I mean, it still looks great, though. It does look really good. If you like what he's done, please vote for him in the straw poll. Sweet. Let's see who else I got left here before I have to jump on the other side. I got Jonathan with the line block, our high school boy.
Is there?
That's the funniest. It
Well-
reminds me of it's like Fade and Jim and Earthworm Jim kind of combined. That's what it makes me think of.
Oh, wonderful! I'll take it.
We got DeWolf in here. I haven't seen him forever. Hey, dude. Redheads are hot, dude. Yes, as women, you are
Oh,
right,
thank
sir.
you.
Yes,
I
I've
drew one. I drew a redhead, so I expect votes.
There you go. There you go. Hey, DeWolf, what's up, dude? But we're taking a look at the line blocks goat here, and there's the chupacabras there as well. But mainly, it's all about the goat.
Yeah,
Poor goat.
it's the tongue and the goat.
That's the- yeah, it
that's
is
the
the
best
tongue.
part.
It is.
That's the best part.
I mean, like, laugh.
That's the Invader's Zim part. Meets the Earth. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, it is awesome. So there you go. There you go, Jonathan. You have won with the goat.
Excellent. Thank you. I am the goat.
Yes. Yes. Is that your spirit animal?
I guess so.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yes. I've been told that my spirit animal is a bear.
Oh, there you go.
Well, because I'm ornery.
And I think your avatar
You
is a bear?
sleeps a lot. He sleeps all winter.
I do. I do. It's true.
Can't even get by with it.
And there are times if I fail to shower on a previous day where I smell like a bear. And
you
I
find yourself comfortable in the presence of large, hairy dudes.
That's true. And I
He
also
he can't be a bear. You don't like fish.
well, that's fair, but I do like the berries and the nuts. And
he rummages around garbage.
He loves the nuts
for lunch.
Yes. And I do rub my back against wall corners for the scratching.
Yeah, we all do that.
I do that.
Yeah.
Just ask your wife to scratch.
Oh, I do. I do. She gets me to do the massaging of the feet and the hands and the shoulders and stuff, and I get scratches.
Aww.
Nice.
Perfect trade.
Perfect trade. Yes. Yeah, but she has to be careful if she is being a bad girl though. I put a little bit more pressure than she's used to. Yeah. You got to keep them in line, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, I love it.
Ow.
If you like what the line block has done, please vote for them to straw poll, dude. It's awesome.
You got to find everybody else.
I am. I'm going to get on it right now.
Bojangles. Bojangles hasn't been on yet.
I found a unicorn drawing I did earlier.
Sweet.
Oh,
that's a cryptid as well. So let me go to the draw along here.
Where's my cryptid?
I'm over and draw along as usual.
I'm calling Chucky a cryptid. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen a Chucky? Of course you haven't, because
Yeah,
we don't know.
exactly.
Okay, so we do have a couple of things here from Alan. I don't know if they're cryptids, but I'm going to show them anyway because they're epically awesome. So,
Cool.
Yeah, give me a second here.
I think one of them is a chupacabra.
It might be. It might be. So let me go ahead.
Ellen did do one chupacabra. That is for certain.
Okay. So here is one from Alan. It's a Captain Caveman. The cryptid is
No,
of
he
all
did that.
cryptids.
He did that last week, though. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. That's not this week. So he already is. Where was it?
I still like it though.
No,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to. It doesn't count.
Captain Caveman.
Oh, it is good.
Captain
I need to post mine.
Caveman. Yeah, that's great. Okay, where am I going here? I got to go over somewhere else. Oh yeah, here. Okay.
He's got his next one down the cat thing. I don't know what that is.
It looks like a chupacabra, so I'm going with the chupacabra.
Got a sombrero.
Yeah, it's a chupacabra.
He's a
Oh,
mega
yeah.
chupacabra.
Go ahead,
Right, yeah, I
Maracas.
know.
Go ahead, Maracas. Yeah.
Very nice. But that's just more draw along. Let me find the guys that are actually in here. We got is JD on the straw poll?
JD. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got JD and we have
That's not bad.
Mr.
There's a
Freeze
Mothman.
and the Mothman. There you go. Jeff, you got a Mothman.
Aw.
And he's attacking Mr. Freeze.
Yay!
Hey.
Those are the Greys. That's the Greys, Chester.
No, that's Mr. Freeze. That's definitely Mr. Freeze.
Oh, that's the Greys.
It's definitely in a
No.
mech suit, either way.
Yeah, no, it's that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It is. That is exactly what Arnold looked like.
Absolutely. Okay, so you got this one. If you like that, go ahead and vote for that. We got Mr. Motion here. Ooh, look at that.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, Jason.
Cool.
Everyone's into the Wendigo, man. That's very interesting.
Wendigos
Oh,
are
yeah.
scary.
I didn't do a Wendigo. Lies.
Well,
I didn't do.
you're not
Very solid.
American, so you know.
Yeah, I know what they are. I
Slightly
watch Supernatural.
Wendigo-ish.
It's cool. I
So
don't
a Wendigo is
know.
basically just a deer
Yes,
skull mask on a
Yeah,
footless person.
it's
Did he? Oh, did he draw out your heart, man?
it's like a revenant.
Okay, I know what that is. That makes more sense to me.
Well,
There you go. But all right. So
But is it a revenant in the tomb?
no, No.
Yeah.
But if you like what Mr. Motion has done here, please vote for him in the straw poll. We also got one from Rosa, and she's done a chupacabra, a very
And
poodled version of a chupacabra. I like it.
well,
I'm on
what's
board.
the face that it's clawing?
Well, it's a bulldog from Tom and Jerry that has been poodled, or he's eating a poodle. Maybe he's eating a poodle.
Yeah. Where's the? It's got like it's great.
All the end.
What are you a bad time about his hair? He's one of my main characters, and he has hair. That's his hair in the book.
Oh, okay.
That's
but now
awesome.
he has no body.
And he's got entrails as well. Very nice. Very
and
nice.
Amy shared her unicorn.
Yeah, I'll show that too. But if you like what Rosa's done, please vote for
that's
the
cheating as well.
Amy and her and Chester's riding it. Sweet.
Yay.
Very nice. This is a very noble steed indeed.
Yep.
Who do I vote for? That's the question. Chester, where are you? Oh, I can't vote for you. Where's
Well,
your picture?
I don't do art because I suck.
No, we
really
we
bad.
need to see your shit art. I mean,
All
it
right,
needs to
yeah,
happen.
fine. One of these days.
Not today. No.
I'll spend a week on
soon.
something, and then you'll laugh and say, "What did you do? Take 2 minutes?" Yeah, okay, all right.
I mean, I can
but-
take 2 minutes. We could all do that, and we could all, it'll be fine.
Critique
I'll laugh at
Chester.
everyone's shitty art.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
could
But
put you
anyway,
on the straw poll. It'd be great.
You could. But go ahead and vote, everybody, and let's go ahead and take a look at the draw along. The actual official for this week, because I think Alan's weren't actually for this week, but it's okay, they work. We got one from Adrian here, and he's giving a little bit of love to Jeff. There's your Mothman.
Yay!
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 It doesn't really remind me of the Richard Gere one, but okay.
What's really good about it, what I like about it, it looks like some crazy person drew it. You know, it's you would see on the news.
Right.
Like a crazy, yeah.
I love it.
I saw her coming out my closet, and then it was
Artist
on
and
the
artist.
ceiling.
Yeah.
And we got another
And
one.
then it brought out a 6-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. We're in the Midwest, I guess. But Adrian then put another one out, which is very interesting because this is kind of like a eyewitness report type of drawing. And then he puts up this really clean one, dude. Look at
awesome.
This. Look at that.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, so cute.
That is very good. It's really good, Adrian. Very nice.
Come on the show, Adrian. Stop drawing along and just join us.
He does sometimes.
I know.
I will do
Well,
all
you
the...
know, it's all about harassing them.
It's true.
Make them join us.
And then, of course, we have Jason Gonzalez, or Thunder Rat himself. And I guess this is a chupacabra as well.
And he also needs to come back on
Definitely,
the show.
That is him.
It's a chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
The goat eater. Or goat licker, according to Jonathan.
Can someone remind me to get the blue moon on at some point? Because I
Doug?
keep forgetting to
Yeah,
message
no,
him.
it'd be nice. He's got a bunch of stuff today, which I will go over and show now. So let me bring up the twatters. Okay.
It's the Elons, isn't it?
Yeah, that should be called that now, I guess. Let's see if I got anything interesting. Why is this Ian? I don't even know who you are. Okay. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Okay. Count Chocula. Sweet. Oh, look at the slee stack, dude. Nice. Aw. 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 And then it devours its head. Okay, all right. Don't know what that is. Oh, look. Someone is Wu-tanging. Okay.
I tagged you in a post earlier this week, Chester.
Did you? I don't. I never look at this unless it's right now.
I know. I wish you would have seen it.
Aw.
That's why it's not even worth DMing him, even on Discord.
Look, there's no pictures. If you don't put, I'm not going to look at your tweet unless you put Sergeant Slaughter. You always get approval, sir. But you don't. I'm not going to look unless you put up some
Click
kind of
on
image.
your bell.
My
Click on
bell.
your bell.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, right. Oh,
Who
that's
are
it.
you?
Oh my God.
God damn it.
Doesn't, dude. Did you read it? Go read it.
I'm not reading shit. All right, fine. Research discovers that 99% of all female comic characters are inspired by Jennifer Connelly. It's probably true. It's probably true. Anyway.
So Jennifer Connelly, confirmed sometime soon. Pablo will be number 1 on that show.
Well, I just saw her in in a film just the other day. What was it?
Top Gun?
No.
She was in Top Gun.
He was in Top Gun, yeah.
No. It's an obscure film of hers, actually. It's pretty good, though. But anyway, let's see what we got here. I got to go to the latest before I get yelled at. All right. So, cheating. Okay. Cheating. Yeah. Oh, we got one from Blue Moon here. Ooh,
Gay.
look at that. That is creepy, dude. That is creepy. Is this is this a Slender Man?
No.
Dark Watcher.
Is this from any of those ominous linguinis?
Linguinis.
No, I think that is it. That almost reminds me of the hat man from like paralysis demons.
Okay.
Like sleep paralysis.
He says
That might
Dark
be it.
Watcher. He says.
Yeah, from sleep paralysis, maybe. I don't know.
Then we have Loveland Frogman, which Adrian did as well. I have no idea what the Loveland. It's got crickets.
He's funny
Nice.
looking.
He is.
I don't
funny
know what you
looking.
say, but you don't know what it does to you.
It's a bullywug.
It's a frog.
I mean, frogs are evil.
They are.
Frog?
Yeah, peacocks are bad enough, but damn frogs, man. What in the world? Let's see here. Get your ass up that mountain if you don't know what's good for you. You get him, Paul Bunyan. You tell him.
That's awesome. I like that one.
Yeah.
I love the trees. Those are really fun.
I don't know what this creature's supposed to be, but alrighty.
I think he actually did a description of it on the Discord, on his Discord post.
Yeah, in the draw.
The slide rock bolter. Supposedly these creatures live on top of the mountain and it would slide down. It's eating everything in its path. The lumberjacks were not fans from what's reported.
Oh my God.
I told you they were evil.
They are evil. Yeah. There's Jason.
Look at those teeth.
Ooh. It's nice. Okay. Alrighty. So very, very nice. Is there anything over here you didn't post over there? No, it's all the same. Okay. Very good. Well, there you go, guys. Some very nice stuff. So let me come over here and let me bring this up and let me bring this up here. Okay. And then I will vote. Let's see here. No, I don't want that. That's not what I pressed the wrong button. There it is.
Let's try another button.
Thanks, Jeff. Oh, here we go. Okay. So who won Drone and Quarter Fan Edition Cryptids competition? Posted 38 minutes ago. I could go with Andrew, the Sam Adams Swamp Monster Fleming. Okay.
That's a good one.
Someone's a little bit obsessed, I think. Let's see. Busty Kangaroo Lope Armoron. You're a kangaroo lope. That is Busty Armoron.
Kangaroo lope.
Kangaroo lope.
Looking up Australian cryptids, there's a lot of kangaroo style creatures.
I bet. We got drop bears over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the thought process behind that of somebody who's like, was that a kangaroo? And it's like, no, that wasn't a kangaroo.
There's a
That
ghost
was something
kangaroo.
else.
That was kangaroo lope. That was Busty. I thought her name was Karen. No, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a kangaroo I just saw. No.
No. But I could also choose Amy Unicorn Nessie Lester. Fair. I have a Melissa Labradoodle Dogman Lester. I can go with that as well. And this one, this is a deep cut. I like it, Jeff. I recognize it. Jeff says that Eric, don't be a hool-ish Hawkins. A hool. Very cool. Very nice. Moose eating Manitou Kinma. The Manitou, the Manitou. How do they pronounce that?
I don't know. That's a Chester question.
Manitou.
Minotaur.
Probably Manitou, I would think. It's like a spirit god of something, I think. But let's see here. Where was I? Oh, yes. I could also go with the line, the spiral horned barfly block. Now, barflies are things you tend to want to kind of stay away from, just so you know, all you people listening. I could also go with Elvaramus, Loveland, Frog Legs, and Fish Fry Flash. Now, this is the third time I've seen this Loveland frog. What is that?
It's like the Mothman, except amphibious.
Where?
Wow.
Ohio.
Loveland.
In some places called Loveland.
Where's Loveland?
Loveland, Colorado.
I think it might be in Ohio.
I need to go
That
there.
makes sense.
I'm
It's Ohio,
definitely
it
a
makes
place
sense.
that needs to. I definitely am a person who needs to live in Loveland, though. That'd be good for me.
And somewhere there's a giant.
A giant what?
I guess it's a giant frog.
I guess.
It's Ohio.
Okay.
It's Ohio.
That's-
There you go.
Ricky
So
is-
it would make a good frog leg fry, though. It would. You could feed the whole family. Erotimus, Loveland Frog. I already said that. Mr. Mothman and Yeti, attorneys at law, motion. That's fair. Rosa Chupacabra Filet de Oro.
Yum, yum.
Cannibalism. Sweet. JD Bojangles, Bigfoot Mafia, the comic otaku. Yeah, well, you have to watch out for the Bigfoot Mafia now. I think it's a serious threat. Or I could choose one doomed Kraken is delicious in seasoned rabbit, or possibly some Hassenpfeffer.
My gosh.
Hassenpfeffer, German.
Oh my God, we found something he hasn't eaten yet.
Roasted rabbit. All right, so who
I've
do I
eaten
vote for?
rabbit. Of course, I've had rabbit. Rabbit's awesome.
Yeah, it's just German word, Hassenpfeffer.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
Silver and Shirley.
Rabbit stew is awesome.
It
Sorry.
is. That's true. Squirrel
Carry
soup
on,
is
but
pretty
it's
good too.
good.
Turtle soup, I like.
I've never eaten squirrel.
Yeah. But anyway, who do I vote for though? This is rough.
Vote for Chucky.
You know, I'm kind of thinking I'm kind of either Amron or Keenma, I think. Although no. I know who I'm supposed to vote for. I know who it's done. You know, Jonathan gets my vote because goats.
All right.
Hey.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Why is this pen not working?
Oh look, my vote may have mattered. It tied.
It certainly
Another vote could still make all the difference, though.
Good. We're actually pretty low on votes today.
Yeah, we
I
only
didn't
had a
advertise
top
on-
of like 10 people watching.
I didn't advertise on Twitter earlier because I was working on that thing for Sheldon.
That's all
I
right,
just-
because we usually
I
get
was just busy.
like, 20 to 30 people on. That's all right.
I normally stick it on Twitter like at least to like 4 hours before the show, or if not more. So,
Well,
it's my bad.
I do know by the time next week comes around, 100 plus will have watched it. So
It's fine. Yeah, it's true. And now, next show, I'll make sure I'm up to date with what I'm doing with the Twitter. I just I was busy. I won't be busy next week.
Uh-oh.
So.
Someone has agreed the goats are winning.
Yep, the goats.
Look at
The goats
that.
should be winning.
What?
Ooh.
Dude, the Licks goat makes me laugh.
It is awesome, dude.
It's
It is awesome.
so good. It's just the concept. Of the
Oh
picture's
no, it
fucking
ties up again.
fantastic.
Amron's coming up.
No.
Amron's
Oh, now
coming up.
Amron. Wow, look at
Stop
that.
voting for
Oh,
Amron. We don't want busty kangaroos. We want Licks goats.
I know you've always hated me. I
It's
know.
true. It's true. It comes out. It comes out in the end.
Wait, did Mike have a show this week?
I kind of checked when I went to bed quite early yesterday.
No.
He did a homage kind of thing, right?
Yeah, he
to the
did a
guy
tribute
died.
show.
Carlos, what's his name?
I don't know, some comic
Jacob.
guy. I don't have a clue. I just saw some name. But yeah, no, he didn't do a D&Q. So technically, Sheldon still gets a go somewhere.
Well,
Right?
I'm going to
Is
give
that
it
how
another
works?
minute here and see if we can break this tie. Is it going to be Amaran and his busty kangaroo lope, or is it going to be Jonathan and his spiral horned barflies? Jonathan, do you, being a high school student, do you tend to frequent the bars?
Why is this not working?
No, even as a future adult, I don't really frequent the bars.
Oh, fair enough.
For some
Yeah.
reason, he joined my Patreon.
Sweet.
How?
But he doesn't
I've been on
frequent
your
bars.
Patreon
Why?
for a while. I try to get on as many Patreons as I can. I like doing that.
But Jonathan, if you don't frequent the bars, how do you expect to find a wife?
Or just get laid.
Mail order brides.
You'll be so surprised at the reality of that.
I was trying to be facetious.
Quite.
Why is my pen not
Quite
working?
Why is it not
DeWolf
working?
says the men who lick at goats. You know, I do hope, Todd, that you voted for the goat. I do hope so. Okay. But I guess I'm going to have to call it. Yeah, because it's stuck there. But that's all right. We got a tie, so they both get to go. It'll be nice. Oh, no. Oh.
Amaran just can't pull through.
Oh,
That was almost my first
Damn
win.
it, Amaran.
You called
I
it
did
already.
call it. I did call it, didn't I? So Amaran is tied.
Yeah, that's fine. That's I can live with that.
Yeah, we're gonna send them both over. We're gonna send them both over. But I do want to say thank
We'll
you.
send all three of the fuckers over because Sheldon's going with them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
He didn't have
That's
a
fair.
show.
We're just gonna bombard Mike's show, make it
Yes.
interesting.
Invade his
You
show.
should. You should. Yeah.
If he has a show.
Yeah, that's true. But let's see here. I want to say thank you to JD, Rosa, Elrod, and Melissa. Thank you. We got Rabbit on here. We got Mr. Motion with Jason. We got Kima. We got Amy and Andrew, as well as the Eric, who is also a Hawkins. Although he doesn't ride in a wheelchair though.
Talk in.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. But anyway, thank you all very much. Claps, please. Claps, claps, claps.
Yay.
Very nice. Very nice. But we are going to send two people over to Mike's. We're going to send Amaran as well as Jonathan. So thank you guys both very much. Very cool.
We could
Amaran, of
forget
course, with
anyway.
his lamia, and of course Jonathan and his licked goat. So sweet. Thank you very much. Claps.
Hey.
And
Yay.
DeWolf tells me and puts me right in my place, and he says, "My vote is my business." Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. All right, so let's
Doesn't
come
wanna
over
get
here.
incriminated.
But thank you guys very much. That was a lot of fun. That was something a little more lighthearted and off from what we usually do, but that was awesome. So, Rabbit, what are we doing next week?
I have no fucking idea.
Well, that,
Eric, tell me what we're doing next year because I've been busy, haven't I?
I have no idea. I don't think we have any.
No one has no idea. We're doing something. Let me have a quick check.
I could have sworn that we had.
Give me a
lined up
minute. I'm sure there was something.
We could do
did we
something
do
in
Rift
honor of
Riders? We did
Thanksgiving.
that. We did that.
Ah.
Done that.
We could
Canned
do
turkey.
we could do
Yeah,
turkey
we've done
turkey
everything.
horror.
Oh, okay.
We've had so many
What's
weeks
it?
of horror.
Sporksman wants to come back on though.
That's
at
what
some
it was.
point.
Sporkman wants to come back on.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
should.
yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Oh, you know
That
what
was a
I
good one.
forgot? You know, my wife and I forgot this week
What?
our anniversary.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you both forget it, or was it just you?
Oh,
Because if
she
you both
no.
of you, it's
The
fine,
only
right?
one who will remember is me. She never remembers.
That's a good thing, though, right?
I guess.
Well, I mean, it means you're not going to get in shit for it.
Oh no, I never get shit for anything. But yeah, no, the kids are out of the house, so we don't do a lot of holiday stuff anymore, right? Because if we want to take a trip or do something, we just do it. It doesn't really matter. When the kids are in the house, we did all the, Halloweens and Christmases and Easters and all that kind of Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. But we don't bother. But yeah, I completely forgot. That was like on Wednesday.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's just embarrassing, Chester.
Well, no. What I'll do this weekend, I'll take her out to a nice restaurant and say, surprise.
There you go.
See?
And you'll eat octopus. It'd be great.
Yeah. Maybe. Actually,
Doesn't she like sushi and stuff?
Well,
Right?
of course she loves it. But I think I'll probably take
Yeah.
her to a really, really fancy Chinese restaurant we like.
Oh, my pen's gone.
Yeah. Anyway, so thank you all very much, and do space operas. That'd be fun, DeWolf. But we'll let these guys figure out what we're gonna do.
Draw
We'll do
Star Wars.
and we'll do something next week.
I'll be on the planet.
If there's anything
Be on the
specific
stars.
going on, sure. But I can
Star
reach out
Wars
to
Holiday
Sportsman if you
Special.
want him to come.
Ice Pirates.
Ice Pirates.
We'll do something random next week, and then the week after
Ice
I'll
Herpes,
tell
yeah.
Spokesman, right? We'll
Right.
do that. We'll say that, right? So think of something. I don't give a crap because nothing's going on over here. So if there's anything American-y, anything American-y going on,
we could do obscure superheroes.
well, we could, and then I could take the week off.
Oh God.
We can do we can do the Pilgrim superhero, Solomon Kane.
I like Solomon Kane, actually. Solomon
He's
Kane,
technically a
witchcraft.
pilgrim.
That's
I'm
actually
not doing him again.
Like that.
He loves turkey.
He does.
I mean,
Peas and turkey.
have we ever
He's
done
a
like
pet.
villains? Have we ever just done like do evil characters?
Yeah,
Or
that'd
was
be
that
cool.
Halloween?
We should do that too. Yeah. Best cinema villain.
Because I'm an evil person. I like
Yeah, but the problem
the
is
bad guys.
everyone's going to do Christopher Lee. So,
No, it's gonna
No,
do
they're
Skeletor.
not. Maybe they'll
It's
do
gonna be
Christopher
Nancy
Walken.
Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi, yeah.
If you really were classy, you would do Bella.
Oh, great.
Lugosi.
No, everybody's doing Nancy Pelosi.
Oh God! All right. Well, anyway, let's get
That's how
into
she
it.
got where she's at.
'Cause I gotta get on with my day. So here we go.
American
Andrew.
politics next week.
Oh God,
All right.
no.
All right, if you guys want to check out my stuff, you can go to solariansun.com where we post new pages for free every Friday. Tomorrow we will be posting up to page 224. And if you want to read even further ahead and subscribe to the comic for less than a cup of coffee a month, you can read all the way up to page 492. I am 8 pages away from that 500-page milestone, which
Wow.
I'm very much looking forward to. And right around the corner, coming in January, I will be launching the Kickstarter for Solarian Sun Volume 2, where we will have both Volume 1 available and the brand new Volume 2. The Volume 2 test books came in, and they are beautiful, so they're all ready to go. Along with the other stuff that we have going on there. And of course, if you want to find me on all the social media, I am on DeviantArt and Instagram and Twitter at AFLMArt.
Yes.
Oh,
And
you
just
almost got your name
remember,
wrong.
all the furries and the bronies unite.
Yeah, that's not me. You won't find that there.
Okay.
It's not a thing.
You will only find that there.
That's true. That's true. Amy. Amy.
Thanks as always for coming to see us, everybody. This was a lot of fun and really creative, so that was exciting. Let's see. Oh, thanks for all the emotional support out there, especially Mr. Thundaro. Your guys are all really sweet. Let's see.
I'm not sweet. How dare you?
No.
Well, you're sweet too, but I
Oh,
can't
God.
say hi to everybody out in chat.
That's death, Eric.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So sweet, Chester.
Go ahead, Amy, if you must.
If I must, okay. So, thanks for coming to see us, and we'll all see you next week with whatever it is we're going to be
Yeah, I'll
drawing. I'm
sort
hearing a
it
lot of interesting
out.
options out here.
It's true. Yeah.
I'll sort it. Don't worry.
I think we should do The Shining.
Oh god, that would be great.
We can
If I
do
could do Jack
turkeys.
Nicholson portrait, I would love that. I mean, my own, and then I get to do something I can do.
We're all doing hand turkeys.
Well, or,
You can do hand
There you
turkeys, and
go.
I'm doing Jack Nicholson.
I was good at that. I was a good
Ooh,
turkey guy.
Good idea.
How's a hand turkey? That's
Oh,
a
it's a
Thanksgiving thing,
very
right?
American
You
thing.
wouldn't know it because it's a
Yeah.
holiday we celebrate to jab you people in the eye.
Yes. You know what we used to do? We used to take a colored construction paper and cut out feathers and shapes and put it on top of the hand turkey.
My hand is too big for the
That's
paper to make a turkey.
Ooh.
You
Good
need
hand
bigger
turkey.
paper.
That's a good hand turkey. But anyway, thank you very much, Amy. Melissa, the other half.
When we're not hanging out with all you lovely people, we're working on a new game. We're finishing up a game and just getting ready to move on into making new games. We released one on Steam. Ours is going home again. You can check it out. There's a free demo on Steam. We'd be grateful if you checked it out. If you felt like it. And
you can also check it out on our website if you don't like Steam for some reason. But they've got a lot of good games, so you should probably try them out at some point. They're pretty reputable.
yeah. So yeah, you can find out more about us and what we're going to be working on in the future at unseenkingdom.com. Thanks for hanging out and for giving us a listen. God bless you guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you. All righty. Let's go here to Amron,
Hello.
co-winner.
Yeah, thanks for the win. Checks in the mail. They're in the mail.
You're
and
welcome.
yeah.
And thank you.
But yeah, you can find me on DeviantArt and Patreon and Twitter.
All the good stuff.
Sweet.
All the good stuff, yeah. And yeah, stuff that's not really for high schoolers. Let me just add that.
Oh no, Jonathan.
Oh no.
Sweet. Thank
Denied.
You.
Yeah,
Denied.
just close your
Eric.
eyes when you're looking at those not safe for work pictures, yeah.
Oh, I see. So they're unbraziered. Eric has a Wendy goes. Sweet.
Tico. Well, Zombie Full Adventures closed on Sunday with 123 backers and just over $3,000. So I don't have another Kickstarter going until April.
Wow.
Sweet.
I feel like we should have done that.
Oh, we absolutely should have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could do it when I launch this issue 2 in October.
Yes.
All right, we'll do that then.
There you go.
October next year.
A year away.
Oh.
Nice.
It's just we'll all
Practice
remember
up
that.
on your steampunk Neverland characters.
Yay.
Although I do know 2 years from now, we are definitely doing presidential election. That's going to be funny. That is going to be funny, dude.
I can't wait to see
wholeheartedly
America
agree.
tear itself apart again.
Yeah.
Mr. Burns versus somebody.
Yes. Yes. Well, it would be. There could be some really, really funny possibilities because the morons are pushing Mr. Fester for the next president, so it should be nice.
No.
That's that big head guy,
serious?
right?
Yeah,
Is that the
Fetterman.
big head guy?
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
Uncle
It's
Fester?
awesome.
Are they
I
really?
cannot wait. I can't.
No, they're not.
It's gonna be great.
No.
There's no way.
It's gonna be
Yes.
great.
They're not pushing him,
Don't
he's
you
ugly.
deny my fantasy.
Chester, he's not born in America, so he can't do it. He was born in Middle Earth.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Well, Elrod, speaking of Middle Earth, go ahead.
Time of the orc has come. Time of man is over. Feather man.
I did draw the definitive Chupacabra.
That's true.
Just now. But you can watch me and the gang on Middle Earth Storytime 5 nights a week, where we're reading Redwall, Moss Flower.
Oh, it's awesome.
That's great. Oh my gosh, I love him.
And then I don't know what we're going to do Tuesday nights, but we need to do a serialized book soon. Or various stories, maybe.
Maybe some shorter stories.
Maybe shorter ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wizard of Oz.
Ooh.
And you can
Pencil
follow
Tucky,
me
the
at
orc.
E_Hawkins.
Oh, well, I mean, just doing a political night would be funny because there's so many really amazing caricatures you can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That'd be a riot.
It'd be a riot.
I mean, that's
yeah.
why Mike did that
I
comic,
like
right?
fracking.
We could even do you. We could do one of your leaders there, Britain. In Britain. I
Well,
think
you
it'd
could
be
do
fun.
any one of them. They're all comical twats.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to be fucking got rid of.
in
I
a
miss
way,
Scott
I kind of
Johnson.
miss
That was
Boris
sad.
because he was just perfect.
Well, he was better than the other cunts that have been in charge since.
Oh, of course,
so,
yeah. But I mean, what
we could do JFK in Dallas. Yeah.
You could.
JFK versus AR.
You could. All right, let's move on here. Kima, give us some hollers from the Canada.
Yo.
No.
No.
Oh,
Aw, she's sleepy.
Yes, I am sleepy.
It's because she's not been drinking.
No, I ate too much. Now I'm tired.
Ooh,
Too much
what did you
moose?
Yo,
eat?
that does that. Too much moose.
Too much.
You ate
Too much
moose. Sweet. Too
Yeah.
much moose. Fair enough. I really hope you put this as an emoji on the Discord, though, because I think it's awesome.
He is so
Thank you very much, Kima. Next time, maybe you go a little lighter, and eat something like, badger.
No. Everybody was talking about food tonight. I was hungry.
Oh, I see what happened. Oh, I see. Mr. Motion.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at creation.jason and make sure you check out the description where there is where you can find scriptures, which my recent one was in Proverbs, and it's very short. It goes, desire without knowledge isn't good. How many hasty feet will miss the way?
That is true. You should always know exactly what you desire.
And how many
And
feet
her
you
name
have.
is Julian.
Know what you're doing.
No, that's true.
No
That's
stuff.
actually, Proverbs are great. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
a lot of wisdom in there, actually.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Rabbit.
I will say nothing.
Rabbit Chucky.
No, sorry, I thought you were on about. Sorry, I'm painting. You've caught me off guard. I was gonna say something annoying because you were
That
talking about
really
religion.
looks like the old Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach.
If it does, then I don't know what's going on there. I would say follow me in places, but Jeff pretty much put them all in the chat. So follow me in the chat.
There you go.
And I'll finish this Chucky at some point and stick it on places.
I'm sorry, Rabbit. That was an American Inside Football joke.
Yeah, I don't care.
I know. It's a good Chucky, though.
Gruden? Looks like
Gruden.
Gruden.
Yeah, Gruden. Yeah. He did
This
look
is
like
taking me a
Chucky.
while.
It was awesome.
Dude, if he looked like that, that's terrifying.
No, he really
Especially
looked
if he
like
had
Chucky.
the fucking
That was
knife.
his nickname. It was great.
He was a coach.
Yeah, but he took it on, though. He had a laugh with it. That was pretty cool. But he's been canceled recently. Anyway, Jonathan, who is not a high school kid, he's actually a teacher, I believe. How you doing?
Yes. Good. I'm happy to have my almost first win on the show this week, which is nice. But you can follow me.
Almost stolen my armor on.
Yeah.
Never trust them. They're a colony of crooks.
So,
Yeah.
just curious, what do you teach in the high school?
I teach game design, animation, and graphic novels.
Sweet. That's nice.
Why do I need to go to America to get a job because it's a lot easier.
Is it? Yeah, maybe.
I have a
Maybe
degree
now.
in all of this shit, right? I could go teach in America.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah,
could.
dude, with a degree, you could come here and you could be like a manager king in a couple weeks.
You could. And also, we like the grumpy, mean Brits. So,
Yeah.
Burger King
I
pays
am
every
not
day.
grumpy or mean. I may be a bit of a drunk sometimes.
He'd be a Gordon Ramsay artist, I guess.
I mean, I can swear at the bastards if that's what it takes, you know.
Well, Jonathan, at least you get to do the fun things. I'm an English teacher in high school.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So respect.
Yeah. Oh well.
But if you want to see any more goat licking, you can follow me on Instagram at the Line Block.
Oh,
For your
OnlyFans.
TheGoatLicker.com.
Dude, I wouldn't put it past them. Sweet.
And that's all.
And Jeff's on your stuff. He's got it up there. So awesome. Well, thank you very much, man. It was a cool piece, dude. I like it a lot. That ghost expression is freaking perfect, dude.
Yeah, it was
it is. Let's see here. Let's come on down to Rosa. Rosa?
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes.
Yes.
I love you, and I love you, and I love you.
Ooh, she pointed at me.
You and you.
Is she drunk? Is she drunk?
No,
She's drinking. It must be.
no. I always sound. This is me.
We let you guys that.
Yes, y'all were so awesome. Oh my gosh, everybody's art was so wonderful tonight. It was so great. And I love this subject anyway. So thank you for it. And go to watcherthedam.com where you can see my sci-fi western series that actually has a chupacabra as a main character. Yes, he
Do
is.
they get eaten?
Yeah, no, his name is Oscar.
Almost, yes. No.
He's a little bit more dressed because he wants to be like other people sometimes. So he made his hair nice, and he has a but he is. So watcherthedam.com or flow.page/rhsnow, and you can also see my YouTube channel there and my Twitter and everything else that I've got. And I am now almost finished with. It's taking me forever. Oh my gosh! Every time I go back, I'm like, wait, I need to do this thing. I've got to research like ham radio or something like that. So book 8, almost in the bag. And once I do that, I'm going to start on my Audible book. So I will have my Audible ready for you by, I hope I will have one by Christmas. So we're going to be doing that, and wish me luck. So pray for me because I need the help. So, and I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosa. Very nice.
All
right.
Cobra's lucky. If I saw her in a game, I'd have shot it.
That's
Sorry.
true. Yeah, that's true.
I was just thinking it when she was talking about it.
I don't want
My
to take the
bad.
fantasy away, but chupacabra are just mange-ridden coyotes. Anyway,
Yeah, they're not.
Yes, they are. But anyway, come back next week. Of course, Night Owls, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Sunday. And also keep in mind that with Bugbear's Basement, I am starting a new campaign with the Cortex system on November 22nd. If you're interested in being involved, come on down. We
don't know what that means.
Well, tabletop role-playing online.
Yes.
Yes.
You go and hang out with JP, and he does a bunch of stupid stuff, and it's
That's
great.
right. That's right. And I'm setting the new campaign up to allow for people to come in and out more easily because, we need more flexibility, and that's why I'm doing it. But if you want to be involved or just try it out, come on down. Anyway, Jeff.
Revenant in the Tomb. Links are in the chat. My legs are cramping. I'm done.
Namaste.
Eat a banana. Eat a banana. You need some potassium.
You need potassium. That's true. A lot more
some
water.
salt. Oh, yeah, you need
salt.
something.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, later, everybody.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Feeling better yet, Jeff?
No.
Did you eat a banana yet?